Hello, hello. Welcome to another edition of the Chaptain's Corner podcast. I'm your host, as always, Matthew Harris. Joining me today, we have the regular Kane, and now regular Luke Driscoll, and first time on the show, we have Lachlan Martin, the former SRL commissioner, joining us. How are we, boys?
Yeah, not bad. How are you?
Uh, could be better. Could be winning more games. You know how it be. I mean, you wouldn't. You've won
Yeah,
all your
that's
games,
just
but
that's just unfortunate, isn't it?
Hey, Lachlan, you would know. You played for Penrith.
Yeah, but at least
They would be
I don't know. At least I'm winning now. Stop living in the past. The future's all that matters.
What about you, Kane? Just a welfare check on you after that, you know?
uh, still dying inside.
And outside. Yep, fair enough. Um,
Yeah.
Normally we'd go straight into the reviews of the games, but we have all of the Blues leadership group here, so let's talk a little bit about Origin, shouldn't we?
And just a side piece.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Driscoll.
Yeah, nah, that's the water boy.
Hey,
That's the water boy, mate.
Bench warmer.
sorry, bloody. I was going to announce right now that our official water boy will be Will K. He made the decision to make
That's
that
pretty
an option.
controversial there.
No, he made the decision to even have that as an option on the forms to apply for leadership, so he can actually get that spot. And at least he's going to be handing water over rather than kicking it to us, you know.
That's true. That's true. We don't want him kicking any of the water.
Yeah,
He'll try to kick him at us, and he'll go to the Queensland players and help them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, rehydrate them and not us.
Bloody William. Anyways, so I guess we should talk a little bit about Queensland. All I really got to say is fuck them. You guys got any?
I echo those views.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a pretty good opinion right there. In fact, it's not opinion; it's fact.
I don't really know anything that's going on over on their side of the border, so I can't really elaborate on anything to do with them.
You know what they are? They're arseholes. You know what we do to arseholes? We lick them.
We fuck them? Oh.
That's just UK. I'd go with that. I'd do that shit.
I said fuck him. He said lick him. What? You picking Matt's over mine?
No way.
You picking one or the other.
Hey
Which
man,
is
you
going to
like
be
what you
Lachlan?
like. You
I-
like
Which
what you
one's
like.
going to be Lachlan?
Okay, this podcast is starting off to become like a let's say a train wreck.
Let's change topic. Let's get back onto Queensland.
What do you mean? This podcast just got interesting to me.
Anyway, so let's actually talk something positive. Let's talk about the Blues. I can tell you right now, confirmed players. You've heard it here second because I already said it, but like Kane Chapman Kenny, Lachlan Martin, Matthew Harris, all in the Blue squad. Good stuff, boys. Congratulations.
Thanks,
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
was pretty easy when I just wrote it on form and then you got told by William K that I was now in the squad. 2
I
weeks out from launch, so you know.
I did have a say in who was the vice captain. So
Oh, well,
Like-
thanks.
like
Thanks, Matty.
without going too far.
Don't just fucking shit on me getting it. Thanks.
Without going too far into it, there was about 40 or so people. It got dropped down to 4, and I gave my word on the last 4, and we went with the 2 I picked.
Okay, but if it went down to the last, what are you talking about for vice captains or
For vice captains.
there was 40 applicants for New South Wales captain?
Why didn't you pick
Like-
a Waterboy then? It was an option. Why did you not pick it? Or did you pick Will, did you?
I just told you I picked Will.
You picked Will.
Yeah.
If it was down to the last 4 as captains, who were the last 4 options for the captain role?
So I'm going to sound like a complete douche canoe here, but I was told by higher ups. I won't say it was Will, but it probably was. It was Will. Soon as my application or I showed interest in it, the job was basically mine.
Oh, see, I knew that. I asked you, remember, when you could do the applications, I was like, did you put it in? Yeah, yep. And I was like, well, there goes mine.
But yeah, I think the last 4 like top nominees for vice captain were you two, I think Anthony McDonald was in the picture, and there was one more. I can't remember the last one. I
Was
want
it me?
I want to actually scroll back and find it because I'm very curious. I feel bad. Keep talking while I do this. This is awkward.
Yeah, the Blues, eh? It's been
Yeah.
so long since I've been on these podcasts. I got to
Hey.
remember how to
Yeah, so
how to
hopefully we
talk
can,
SRL.
hopefully we can finally bring the Shield to our side and get
I
away
think a
from
lot of
Queensland.
if we win the Shield's going to depend on our forward pack because I think a lot of the other areas Queensland probably beats us in. Definitely the halves. They've always just absolutely killed us in the halves, and their
Yeah.
outside backs too have also just traditionally just absolutely dominated us. But something we have on them is we definitely have more of the muscle in our forward pack. Like
You're welcome.
we'll have a lot of players that would be genuine contenders in the Queensland, not even make the squad in our team, in our forward pack at least.
Yeah, see, I agree. I reckon we win the battle in the forwards. They win the battle in the halves over the past couple seasons, and they've
Probably
always won the
our
battle in the
fullbacks.
backs as well.
And then let's be realistic, the fullbacks pretty much flipped the coin for it. I think we've now, I believe, I think our options at fullback probably a little bit better, but
We have a lot of fullback options.
we do have a lot of fullback options. We have probably 4 really good options, so
Well,
we probably beat them in the sheer number, but
I'd say
that's
five,
the handle.
five good options.
I mean, I'm making the assumption here, but their fullback's probably be Liam Ryan, right?
I think we got 5 options. But yeah, I reckon definitely backs Liam Ryan.
So would that be a tough decision of you guys having to pick fullbacks for wingers, or are you looking at wingers being wingers?
That's something we're still discussing. We're looking at. It really depends if we think if a fullback is to play in the centres or wings. It depends if we know they can do the job there.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that because at the moment we have a lot of players that can play those positions. Doesn't mean they should though, because
Like,
yeah,
if a fullback has played fullback and they have played centre and they've proven themselves in both positions, but there's somebody that's slightly better at the fullback, then we possibly could move said player to the centres.
yeah,
That's
or
why
two
you're not playing anywhere in the back line besides halves, Kane.
I'm not talking about
you're already proven to be bad at those positions.
No, I'm decent at centre.
Yeah, no. Anyways,
Excuse me. No, screw you. I had a good fucking season at Panthers at fullback, thank you.
He did have a good season. Kane kind of carried us to finals. I got to give him credit to where credit's due. He kind
Thank
of
you,
like
Russell.
yeah,
he
but
kinda
when it
hard carried
really
us that
when it
season.
really matters, you bloody fail.
yeah, we should have bloody beat the Raiders that day, though. Bloody Oshaole missing the field conversion from the sideline.
Anyway,
forgotten.
anyways,
You never forget those
the
losses.
fourth player was Jordan Williams, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyways, bloody we'll talk. We're not going to give you confirmed players besides us three, of course, but we'll give you some players we're actually looking into. So if they play bloody
Smokies.
some Smokies, if they play good, because I think I said it on the 360 podcast just before. I'm bloody performance based first over incumbents. If you're the incumbent and you're playing like shit, then bad luck. Sorry, mate. Like I love you, but there's the door.
Unfortunately, KCK, that means we might have to look at dropping you at the moment. Just not
Matthew's
cutting
made
it.
that well, he's
That
said
38 to nil
on the
victory
bench.
isn't cutting it, mate.
Oh, I know.
Can't lose like that to keep a spot. You know.
I completely agree. I completely agree. Matt's already warned me beforehand. He goes, "If you don't play well, you will be cut." And I'm like, "That I get that. I understand that."
Yes, you better.
But yeah. So, anyways,
yeah.
Smokies. I'm thinking maybe even like a Daniel Hellier. You know, I feel like he's been playing better than Tim James, and like Tim James isn't even playing hooker this week, so that doesn't help his chances.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, we
he's
just
playing
talked about
lock
that
this
before.
week.
Yeah.
I honestly rate Tim James at lock. I think he has a really high fan, so I'm hoping he goes well there. Actually, fun fact, from what I can tell, keep in mind we don't have a lot of the data for this for season 1 and 2, but with the current data we have, Tim James is the third most amount of tackle breaks and has never started a game at lock. He may have played there a couple times, but he's played mostly at hooker and has the third most amount of tackle breaks ever in the SRL.
Who's 1 and 2?
I think
Is it
it's
Fatu
you
and
and
Lord?
Lord. I think
Oh.
it's you and Lord from memory.
Oh, damn, I was going to say, Matt, you're losing your spot. Never mind.
I think it's you and
Fuck
Lord,
you,
but
Ken.
it's very close between those top three.
If it's not
Top
me, Fatu would be in there too, wouldn't he?
I think Fatu's like he only had one really good season. If you guys want to keep talking,
I know-
I'll quickly bring it up and have a look.
I know Fatu had
But-
the record for most fens in a single game because he had like 6 or 7 in one game. That was like season 2.
Yeah, Fatu might be up there, but I don't remember. I think it's you and Lord that's 1 and 2, and then Tim James is number 3.
Well, I haven't done too many fens.
It
this
does
season.
make sense for.
Let me go. All right, keep in mind this won't include stats from this season because I haven't put them into the thing. Yeah, it's actually Tim James is tied third. So it's Lord and Matty Harris with 50, Tim James and O'Hare with 49.
I have a question, Lachlan. Who does the website?
Website?
Yeah,
You mean the SR Central one?
yeah.
I believe K. I think K does that. That's the stats aren't on there anymore because we do them through Google. We do them through Google Sheets and shit because it's just easier to for me to like get all the data onto there because on the website there's no way for me to just upload like a spreadsheet or something and for it to automatically put the data in onto the website, which it would be good if there was, but there's just not.
So I was like, I wonder if it's only going to get updated so I can see how many games I've played, how many tries I've scored,
Well,
and
you
stuff.
can see it on the spreadsheet, but the spreadsheet's annoying because Google Sheets works weirdly on phones, and I know a lot of people only like use this good on their phone and don't have it on a computer.
Yeah, right now. I've got a laptop and a computer. I just don't use them.
Anyways,
Yeah.
we're about 10 minutes in. We haven't even started on the bloody reviews.
Yeah, well, that's because you wanted to talk Blues talk
Yeah, well,
and
what's
we've only
it-
spoken Chinese bit.
Oh yeah, so we'll quickly say so Hellier's in the running. Any other players we want to pop in? Maybe might get a spot, maybe might not.
I think there's quite a few. I'm not going to give anything away because I think it's good if we keep some surprises. But I think there's a couple plays that we've talked about that people won't have in their mind, but when they see them, they'll agree it makes sense. If that sort of makes sense.
They'll either think we make sense or we're fucking idiots.
No, they won't think like this is sort of how we sort of count these plays. We won't think of them, and then we thought of them, and then we're like, they actually do deserve a spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
It's not all. It's not all about
they'll be
overalls.
Yeah, I think they'll be surprised at first, and then realize it makes sense. So I don't think they'll be at the moment. I'm looking and thinking there's too many. There'll be too many.
Yeah, there's going to be
things
some
we should have
happy
played
people
before.
and there's going to be some very angry people.
Yep, they will probably be. They'll be either way. There's gonna be angry people. No matter what squad we picked, there would be.
We
angry
pick
people.
everyone we could, but we've got a certain number.
No
of
matter
people.
what,
It's a tough decision. Like, there's a very big player pool to pick from, and I don't think either team likes excluding players, but it's part of what being a captain of either State of Origin team would have to entail, and I think players in general should just accept if they're not picked, they're not picked.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, I've never had to experience that. I've been picked for every rep team ever in the SRO that I've been eligible for, but yeah, it sucks to suck. So, sorry, I didn't mean to brag for a second.
we'll
See, I'm in a similar boat. I think I've missed out on the very first international game, and that's it. And that's the other one.
I've been benched a couple times. I was benched in season 3 State of Origin, but I've never missed selection.
I missed game 2 last season, but that's because I was injured.
Yeah, well, that doesn't really count as you missing it.
I did miss the one win we had that round, so
That's true. It's all your fault, Matty. Why we made you captain then? We're doomed.
okay. Now listen here.
Hang on, and
I
also didn't make the New South Wales team when it was before the SRL started season 1. I remember there was a Origin series before the actual comp started.
Yeah.
There was 2 games for the comp, and then there was 1 mid-season game.
Yeah.
I'll just add 2 things before we move on. What I add to the team isn't on the field; it's off the field. That's why I'm the captain. So fuck you. And 2, when you said no matter who we pick, someone's going to be angry. I couldn't agree more because the side we pick, Queensland's going to be angry because they're not going to be able to accept the fact that we're that much better.
That's true. Queensland are going to be angry. They'll be so angry.
Good. Fucking bad time. I'm sick of being the angry one.
Anyways, we've just hit 15 minutes. Let's actually move on to the games of this last week. We'll start with the Bulldogs versus the Roosters. The Dogs going up 30-24. Let's move on. No, I'm joking. It was a tough game to watch as a captain, where we go through such a big process, trying out everything, trying to get the perfect side, which we thought we had. We came in, and then just the execution let us down. I will say the fact we're even in this game and it's only a 6-point difference is a testament to at least our defense.
Is that the smallest win margin the Doggies have had this season?
It is, yes. I think most of their wins are 13 plus.
Yeah. The Dogs are a real interesting team, I find. I think Damon Moana has built the Doggies very, very similar to how he helped Chris Lord build the Cowboys back in season 3. If you remember back then, he sort of brought in a bunch of players that you looked at and were like, they've never played in that position before. I don't know how they're going to go. And it's just made it work. We had Chris Lord got his first start. Chris Lord gave himself his first starting gig. Obviously, Moana moved into the halves in season 3, and that was also the season that Amatagi moved from the centers to the fullback. We've then seen in season 7, Moana moved to Terra Maxwell from wing to fullback. He's moved Thomas Waller from hooker to lock. There's probably a couple others. Charlie Butler's got his first gig back in the SRL, and he's doing fantastic.
Done.
And there's probably a couple more that I'm forgetting too that he's sort of changed around, similar to what the Cowboys did back in season 3. It's very interesting to watch.
Here's a little devil's advocate opinion here. Maybe Damien Moana is actually the mastermind behind Chris Lord's success. Because now that Moana is gone, even though we took half the side,
He took half the side.
He's copying me with Kane, because I was the mastermind behind Kane's success in season 2. But it only took me one season to show that it was me. Season 3.
Who's holding London now, Matty? Your KCK. Just out of curiosity.
Here's the thing. I got more premierships than minor premierships because I did it without him. And 2, who won when we went head to head? 36-12, motherfucker.
Yeah, who won the first time we went head to head, bitch?
Yeah, but you played for Penrith. That doesn't count. This time we were both captains. We were both playing for the team we support and the team we love, and I came out with the chocolates because I'm fat.
No, but he was under an actual good captain that game.
And can I also say one thing? I was also in what was predicted as a wooden spoon Panther side. And we went to the finals.
We weren't predicted to be Wooden Spoon that season.
I was predicting us down there.
I wasn't. I thought we'd be like mid-table. We did better than I expected, but I thought we'd be about mid-table.
The main reason why I came to Panthers was, there was 2 reasons. One, I will not disclose. The second one was I wanted to go to one of the most struggling clubs, if not the most struggling club, to see what I could do.
Yeah,
I'll give you that one. You did exceed expectations. Sadly for us in season 5, we couldn't exceed expectations because we were expected to win, and we did win.
We had a really good run of form. We just fucking let it slip in the final couple of games. We lost the Raiders back to back.
The Panthers are yet to beat the Raiders.
Panthers have never been in the Raiders. It took me until last season to get to beat the Raiders when Broncos did it, but Penrith just can't beat the Raiders. We've lost in the most ridiculous ways to the Raiders, I want to point out. It goes back to, this is getting off topic again. I'm sorry to anyone watching this. This is not on topic at all, but it goes back to, season 2, we lost to them, and if we beat them, or even just lost by less, we would have made finals, we lost to them. Season 5, we lost to them back-to-back games to get dropped out. Last season, Penrith lost to them, and they scored 8 points in the finals, 8 minutes to win the game. 9 points in the final 8 minutes to win, which was ridiculous.
I'll add that season 2, you got flogged by that much. It put us into 4th, which got us. Yeah, I know. Which ended up we ended up winning from that.
We had to keep the margin. I think it was below 11. We had to keep the margin.
Didn't you lose by 30?
We lost 22-6. 22-6.
I thought it was more
because
than that.
I remember I remember it was close enough because I nearly set up a try that would have put us in the finals again, and then the guy that I passed to got ankle tapped 1 meter short, or not even a meter short, a centimeter short of the line.
I'll be glad that happened.
That sounds like a skill issue, to be honest.
Also, on top of that, Raiders was our last loss in season 2 or 3, and then they also
they
ended our
became
winning
our
streak.
we lost to them in season 2. Didn't lose a game up until we lost to them in season 4 in the finals.
The last game. Was it the last game or the finals game?
It was a finals game.
It was
Finals
the finals
game.
game. Yeah, right.
Our 2 losses that season were back to back in the finals. Anyways, so this is supposed to be a Bulldogs Roosters bloody review, and we're talking about the Raiders and the fucking Panthers, which they played later in the ground. We should have talked about.
I do have some stats to come back to you with about the Roosters and Bulldogs. So it's the equal most points that the Bulldogs have won by. They only won by 6 against the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, they did
Oh,
too.
yeah.
It was 24-6.
That wasn't
And
as
I'd
good
like
though,
to
because
point out-
Cowboys scored to like put that game within. Like they scored in the final play of the game to make it less better than what it was. But anyways, continue.
Another interesting stat is the Roosters have not lost by more than 8 points this season.
So if you're tipping against
And
us,
that-
tip 1 to 8.
So yeah, there was only 1 point they lost against the Broncos. It was 8 points against Titans, and it was 6 against Bulldogs. So
But if we win, it's
if you-
19 plus.
if you're taking your bets and Roosters are versing a top half opponent, go 1 to 8.
And if you ever tip Souths against the Roosters, I will find you.
I think it'd be really funny if South beat Roosters this week. Imagine, imagine you going 1 to 5.
Hey, honestly, I'm contemplating retirement if I lose to Souths in a Roosters jersey. If not full retirement from captaincy. Because fuck that.
This is going to be scary.
I'm begging you, Rabbits, please make him retire as a captain.
Please, that'd be hysterical.
Regular clubs.
Roosters this week.
I'm not giving up Blues or bloody Australia that quickly.
It would just be like the It would just be to play for Australia and the Blues and not play for his club.
Honestly though, bloody the only reason why I could even say that is because I know the boys underneath me, like my leadership group. I know they could step up if needed.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
that's
Milo is so good. He's such a good leadership group member.
I'll punch you in the face.
Milo Kerrigan's in my leadership group, you fucking idiot.
Oh.
But I said it like that on purpose because I knew it'd get you. But yeah, Blair, Milo, and Cody are all very good. And
Sorry again, Blair.
if it's not Blair, Cody, 100%. Like he puts so much work into it. Anyways, let's move on to our 3-2-1s quickly. I've done Thomas Wallace 3, Maxwell 2, and Curtin 1.
Went Hell Yeah 3, Nirvana 2, Maxwell 1.
All right, moving on. We got the Storm versus the Titans. This is your boys' game now. It was a good start to the game.
It was very boring.
I really struggled to watch that second half, eh?
I had an entire conversation with like my parents while the game was on, and I did not need to see anything of that second half.
Oh, like it was one of the games I needed to watch and write, and I have written fuck all because there was nothing to write about in the second half.
We got 12 points in front, and
We put
coasted.
the burner behind us. We just coasted our way, just defended our way, and that was all we needed to do from there.
Big shout out to Luke Driscoll there. He scored his first SRL try that game.
Woo!
I wonder who Luke Driscoll is. Must be a pretty bad player to have to wait that long to score a try.
Yeah, he's a new Queenslander.
Didn't take you forever to score one too.
Tom say, I think he plays for like the Southern Orcas or something.
You know, on the complete other side of waiting so long for a try, I'm pretty sure I scored my first touch in the SRL. Just thought I should point that out.
I've brought this up many times.
Yep. Fuck yeah.
I had the longest drought with no try for a period in my career. Luckily, it's broken now because that was the most dreadful period of my entire career. Kind of. We did good a season beforehand, but even so, that was not great.
You're the Alex 12 of the SRL.
I mean, I scored early in my career. I scored like 2 tries in 2 seasons, and then went 4 without scoring.
I'm going for a pretty big drought at the moment. I've gone 2 games without a try.
Yeah, well, I haven't scored one this season.
I haven't
Yeah,
scored
but
one this season.
that's status quo for you, Lachlan.
Yeah, I'll score one.
Last season was an outlier.
Probably. It was first time I scored more than one try in a season.
See, I doubled my try tally from the first 5 seasons.
Last season.
Yeah, like I scored 7 in the first 5 seasons and scored 8 last season. It's so dumb.
Awesome.
I love it, but it's dumb. Anyways, but yeah, onto the game. Like, yeah, just second half. That should have been our don't look moment of the round. Spoiler alert, it's not. Because I didn't want to watch that. Anything else you want to talk about? Use a 4-0.
I'll tell you what. I think both teams have shown so far this season. I think it's the reason also low scoring that both teams have shown. I think these are two of the top defending teams in the comp. You know, you have the Bulldogs and the Raiders who sort of just probably more attacking style teams. They'll concede some points, but they'll just be able to outscore you, so it doesn't really matter. I think the Titans and the Storm showed us in this game that their base for building a good side is going to be based off their defense, not off their attack.
Yeah, definitely not their kicking.
Now something
Definitely not their kicking. Except if it's Michael McLucky putting like some fucking, I don't know what even kick he put in the other week where he just basically towed it not even a meter forward.
Jeez.
And Driscoll nearly also scored off that one, so...
I did, yeah. I get on the end of those. That's what I'm there for.
Yeah.
McLucky's godlike grubbers.
You know,
Yeah, actually, I think it has 8 tries to begin the season, McLucky, which is really good. I say that I'm pretty sure Jack Carl's up towards 10 double digits already this season, which is again really good. How many does? Oh no, he'd be 9. Jack Carl's on 9, but yeah, Michael McLucky being on 8 for a rookie half. That's really good stuff from him.
Yeah. I'm just going to make a prediction. I don't even know what round we played them, but when Roosters play the Storms, I'm predicting a Will K shanked kick, or a K kick we call them, and I will score off the back of it, if not directly in that set. That is my prediction.
that would be a pretty good moment. Be like one of the highlights.
I will post that into player-made content, just in slow motion with the bloody... you know that I don't even know the song. You know the song I'm talking about, the sports movie, bloody slow motion, it's running to the last base or whatever. Home runs being scored. That's what's going to be played.
Well, like dun 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 dun.
Exactly. I didn't want to embarrass myself by doing it. I'm glad you did. Anyways, let's go to our 3-2-1s. We didn't do the same. I've got Liam Ryan 3, Corey Bell 2, Driscoll 1. I realise I probably should have put McLucky in there, but I didn't. You've put...
I had McLucky 3, Ryan 2, and Crutcher 1.
There we go.
Crutcher. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
I didn't realize how many tackles he made. No, Crutcher's been doing good defensively for us, I think.
Yeah, but he hasn't made any other forward passes either, so he's...
Yeah, he hasn't made forward passes. He's turned them around.
Yeah, I thought he had a solid game.
And it shows we're not making as many errors per game now, so...
Yeah. Which, I mean, to be fair, the Storm were never really in it when they have made 5 more errors than us. If I was Storm, I wouldn't be too concerned about that game. It's just one of those games. Making 8 errors to 3 is pretty...
I think their problem is...
And conceding 3 penalties, I want to point out. If anything, we probably should have won by more, so...
You should have.
Yeah, but what's worse is we were making high amounts of errors and still finding ways to win games.
Yeah, that fucking the Broncos and Roosters game to begin the season... We should have not won either of those games with how many errors we made early on.
The Broncos-Roosters game? Oh, what?
Roosters game, we were 11 errors to 6.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, that difference was just bloody Crutch's forward passes, though.
Yeah, I know, but they were like all made and were on the attack too, so we just gave up so much field position.
Yeah, it was...
Actually, I think even a couple were coming out of our own end.
Yeah, and we just never took it.
Oh, we made 10 more line breaks that game too, and that could be a contributing factor as to why we won.
Yep.
Yeah,
Anyways, I've talked enough about Roosters losing for one podcast. Let's move on. Grubs, Broncos, 38-24 to the Grubs. Broncos were actually in front at halftime, 12-8. They scored one right before the break to take that lead. I think it was a pretty scrappy affair in the first half. But then the Grubs just really took off early in that second half. Never looked back. Ended up putting a good amount on them. Bloody Broncos, I think, got like 2 consolation tries near the end. But the game was already too far gone by that point. Yeah, I think bloody Harris Andrews, he scored a beauty out in the centres there. I remember watching that one. I actually wrote it down. So good on you, Harris. Bloody coming off the bench into the centres and making the most of it.
Yeah, the Rabbitohs are a bit of an interesting team at the moment. I'm struggling. They're probably the team I'm struggling to read at where they're heading the most. Probably actually alongside them, the Broncos, because I think both teams have the capability to make the 8, but I also believe both teams have the capability to fall flat on their face in the process. And I think that game really showed it. Both teams tried a lot of stuff, just not all of it worked, and eventually ended up the Rabbitohs just... I think they scored like most of their tries in the second half in like a period where it just kept going try after try after try for like 3 or 4 sets in a row.
Yeah, I'll give a big mention to Talis Riff. He ran for like 234 run meters, scored a try. I will mention this stat with the Grubs is they can't win 2 games in a row. They lose, win, lose, win. Let's hope it's a loss again. and the losses have been floggings too. So come on, let's keep this bloody pattern going. But yeah, if you have anything more to say, go for it. I don't want to talk any more about this.
I think one thing I do want to mention is someone that I'm not sure where they're sort of heading at the moment because they haven't really done much, at least in my opinion, in quite a while.
Probably to Stanley.
Kevin Dixon is someone that is very, very interesting at the moment, I think. I remember he started, I think it was season 5 where he started, just went absolutely electric. And since he's gone cold, I wonder if maybe, and this is what I think might be a good move, either moving him, I think maybe potentially, I think the Raptors did this a bit last year, maybe swapping him and Tyrone at fullback could be the option. Because again, Tyrone hasn't been amazing this season, and it could be some sort of move to potentially spark them both when they're playing on, whether they're playing on the wing or the center, or fullback. Sorry, because I don't think either of them have really done much this season. I mean, Tyrone's been alright, but Kevin's just been so quiet the past season and a half, and I want him to sort of get back to the form we know he can play. There was a moment where he was looking like he was going to be the next Eli Barnes.
Yeah, well, he's been injured for half the season. If he gets his fitness up, he'll be okay.
Yeah, that's why I sort of think, start him on the wing and then switch him to fullback in the second half.
You could do that.
I think the issue is that Tyrone happens to really enjoy playing fullback, so
and he's the captain too. Yeah,
he's the captain, so that would be a hard decision for him, and it'd be interesting if he went for it, but I don't think he would.
No, I'm not saying it's like he has to do. I just think it's an interesting sort of because there are a couple of players on it that, in my opinion, have been quiet at least the past couple seasons. Another one. Although I'm saying this, and he had probably one of his best games he's had in a very long time. Jesse Bennett also hasn't really taken off at the Rabbitohs like he was at Manly, at least in my opinion.
He doesn't have my.
In saying that, he did again, as I said, have a very good game on the weekend, but he just hasn't been near that form that we saw him at Manly.
Yeah.
He might be someone else that needs to change position.
Yeah, he's not under my guidance. That's his problem. That's my law. It's my headcanon. But yeah, let's go to the 3-2-1s. I've gone Talis Riff 3, Galaxy 2, Collins 1. This is where you put your 3 in, Kane.
I was mid-yawn, sorry. I've gone Galaxy 3, Oliver 1, and Riff... Oliver 2, Riff 1.
Yeah, I agree. Galaxy had an absolutely astounding game.
Yeah, Galaxy definitely showed us what he can do. He just needs to find the consistency.
Yeah,
100%. Also, quick mention to Collins. It's probably one of the better center performances I've seen.
Oh yes,
Has he not been playing wing?
It was. I thought it was Dixon and Booth on the wing.
I thought Dixon and Booth were on the wing this week.
Riff.
No, Dixon.
No, Dixon.
And who was the other winger?
Malachi Booth.
Oh right, yeah, no, it would have been Malachi Booth. I forgot they had Malachi Booth.
Yeah,
because
last week we're saying Collins needs to move back to centre, and look what he's done.
Yeah, no, I agree. Collins should be playing in the centres then. I think Collins is very good centre when he gets his chance.
Yeah, so let's move on to the Cowboys and Manly.
I've got to go, boys. Catch you later, mate.
Manly, I'm gonna be honest. They didn't impress me in this game.
Were they even here?
Manly never impressed me, but I mean, they're one of those teams that are inconsistent too. Like you put them
Yeah,
with the
but
Broncos and the Rabbits.
I'll probably put them on the same level as the Broncos and the Rabbits at the moment. I just
They
think
can
that,
win.
At least we beat the Rabbits.
I've just got a quick call. Give me 1 second. We have a special guest arriving.
It better not be friggin' who I think it is.
Who do you think it is?
It is a fucking curtain.
No, I said special.
Okay.
I said special guest. He's already been here.
Okay.
I'm already here. What are you talking about?
You've also already been a guest.
Is it Will K?
It is our water boy, yes.
Fuck it.
we ban it, who kick him?
No. It'll be good so he can actually respond to
Why
our
are you
trash talk.
inviting my fucking rival for next week?
Because it would be fucking hilarious. That's why.
It would be hilarious.
No.
It would be
Well, then
hilarious.
we need fucking Clay on here right now.
Nah.
No.
Anyways, let's actually
same SR community voice chat.
let's actually talk about the game.
I'm just gonna say we're never having Kobe on here. Just saying.
Like Kobe Kelly.
Kobe Kelly. He drives me fucking mental with his fucking soundboard shit. Cody, cut that shit. Fuck me dead.
Fair enough. Sorry.
Welcome, Will K.
Ugh.
Big Dog has entered the room.
We'll wait for him to join.
fellas.
Yeah, he's here. Hello. We got a last minute. He was 100% supposed to be here, but he's just late. Like some commissioner he is.
Definitely.
Well, some fucking host you are. You didn't even tell me.
He didn't know about it until
Touche.
30 seconds ago.
Literally
To be
30
fair,
seconds ago.
I didn't even know Driscoll was going to be here either.
I did
So-
tell you. I did tell you.
Last time I was here, you weren't even here. So
Yeah, you were too busy sleeping, you unprofessional fuck.
You knew my sleeping schedule and you fucked it.
I literally told you the night before this time. You said, yes, I'll be awake, and then you weren't. And you woke up 2 minutes after the podcast finished.
I joined. I was like, "Am I late? Am I here on time?" Nope.
Yeah, you joined at like 4:30 in the morning. Am I late? Fucking idiot. How have we been, Will?
Been good, you know. It's been a busy day. I'm just making sure everything's in order for the round that's about to be recorded, and big round rivalry round. Looking forward to it.
Not bad. You did miss this because you've joined in 38 minutes too late. But we actually made a big announcement about the Blues. We announced our water boy.
Who's that?
It's you.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, it's gonna be a bit hard to hit goals and run water. Matty, but
well,
I appreciate
essentially-
it.
Well, here's
goals.
the thing. You're gonna pass the water
It's a
bottles to.
deflection.
You're gonna be passing the water bottles to us, not kicking them. That's the deal. We need the water, not Queensland.
That's fair. That is fair.
I do pray you don't
got
have
that.
your kicking boots on next week. I hope you shake every fucking thing you fucking throw
I
at it.
think
I
we
reckon-
fixed it. I think we fixed it, so you should be.
Oh,
I think
fuck.
we have fixed it.
But
I don't want to be worried. I'm worried enough this week.
anyways, William, I reckon you enjoy this because we're literally up to talking about the Cowboys and Manly, and then the very next game. We actually already talked about the Storm, so you've gotten past that.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I think it was a pretty good game, to be honest.
I thought our defense outclassed yours. We just couldn't get any points going.
I actually did say that. I literally said something along the lines of, yeah, I think both teams have shown that they're going to be a defensive team at premiership sides compared to other sides that are more attacking based. So I do agree with that. I think both teams' defense is very good. So
Now on to a team that doesn't have defense, Manly.
They also
that was
don't
a
have
pretty good
attack.
defense.
They also
first team not to score a point in a game this season.
I will say this: if only we showed up how we did in the second half in the first half. They only scored, what was it, 8 points in the second half?
Yeah, it would have been 16-0 instead of fucking 38-0.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, fucking, it was an awful fucking game.
Should we
And then
talk?
2 injuries to top it off, which is a fucking nightmare.
Should we talk about that crazy play that led up to Jack Carl's try?
Was that the
Yes.
is that the crossfield
Yes.
kick?
The Chris Lord's
Chris
crossfield
Lord.
kick. I think it went to bloody Chapman. He's made the break.
Yeah. Caleb J.
It went to Jay, then Jay
Jay.
offloaded to Chapman.
offloaded
Chapman got tackled, and then Carl kicked for
And then
himself in the
Gilly,
next
yeah.
tackle. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. When that kick happened and they got it, I didn't even care. I wanted them to score. I was like, that needs to be a fucking try. It was a try of the friggin' season going back in.
You know what sucks
And-
is
oh.
Roosters did that in the game against the Bulldogs too. Milo Carrigan went on a sprint, but then we didn't score off the back of it, so nobody cares.
We did that with, was it against Rabbits? And Romano caught it from we kicked it from I think our 30, and Romano caught it on their 20, and then we did a fifth and last kick. I think it was against Rabbits.
Yeah. I just reckon we should go back to veteran difficulty. That way we can win again.
No,
No.
Oh.
no.
No.
Oh.
I mean, it doesn't actually matter for me. We won either way, so I'm happy with what we did.
I mean, I've won 2 games on Legend and none on Veteran, so I'll keep Legend.
I'm 100% on veteran and 0 otherwise. Anyways, Lee Simon also scored a hell of a try. Good stuff from a centre. That was a beauty.
That was incredible. The way he just ran through, and the goosey was just the icing on the cake.
Oh, it's a hot
I'm
knife
not-
through butter.
To make
I'm going to
that
let you in a
play
bit
too.
behind some closed doors. Before the game had started, a few of our boys were placing bets on whoever could take Simon's head off.
Jeez.
And
He's just a wee lad, man. He's just a wee
yeah.
lad.
he fucking shut us all up.
Good.
Oh, and I know in the chat he was super excited about scoring that try too.
Oh, I bet he bloody was. I can tell you what, my chat was not.
That was good to watch. But yeah, you know what? That's enough of Kane's misery. He's already got a toast already. Our 3-2-1s, which were exactly the same, is Callum Murray 3, Kieran Wells 2, and Dingo 1. Now we'll move on to a game that I barely watched. I think I watched the second half, which apparently most of the action came in the second half. It was 22-12 to the Warriors. Fuck you, Jai. I had Warriors 1-8. You ruined that for me.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I
You
said
should,
last week Warriors would win with Logan back, and it happened.
I actually thought I made a mistake pre-game. I sort of think that I was like, oh, I should sit the Knights, and then the Warriors ended up being up by 6 with a minute to go. I was like, oh, I'm lucky I made the right call a week ago, and then they ended up conceding, and it didn't even matter in the end because Jai decided, you know what, fuck you all.
When Knights
I'm
made
gonna
that error
score.
with 30 seconds to go, I'm like, don't fucking do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then it happened. I'm like, fuck. But yeah,
In my
bloody...
head, I was already thinking, watch them just fucking score here, and they fucking did.
Then I prayed for the missed goal kick, and it didn't happen either. But yeah, bloody, it was a very tight game for, I guess, the first 65 minutes, and then I think Knights scored to go 12-6 up, and then Warriors are like, hey, nah, hold my beer, or
Nah, fam.
whatever they
That's what the Warriors said.
whatever they drink over there, in their little cooler bins or whatever they call them. But then they scored 3 quick tries and just said, it's my game now. Funnily enough, when they scored that first try and they missed a kick, I started laughing. I'm like, if they lose to another goal kick again, I'm gonna crack up.
Was it last season that they kept losing the goal kicks?
It's this season, the last 2 games.
Oh, this season.
Yeah, it was the last 2 games. They lost to Manly by 2 or 4.
Oh, right.
No, by 4, and then they lost to bloody Storm by 2. So, yeah, that was.
Rough.
It would have been funny if that happened.
That
3
was
games
a
in a row.
particular situation though. They didn't just lose by 2. It was Chance Bunce kicking because Hugh Snow went to the bin.
Yeah, but Bunce has got a better boot on him than you do, Will. So it's that shouldn't have been no excuse.
Oh, I think I kicked all of my goals that week, actually.
Yeah,
That
you,
week.
Oh,
I think they're
congratulations.
all from in front though.
This
So.
is the first time for everything.
Now I'll give Will one thing. He's decent at goal kicking because as long as the ball's on the tee and it's stationary when he's kicking it, he can get it to somewhere where he needs it to go.
As long as there's no pressure whatsoever applied onto him, he's fine with kicking the ball.
If a 5-year-old girl says lolly legs, he's shanking it. Like it's over.
So,
This is.
I
bad.
think we know. I think we know
There's
he's
a
not
lot
going to
of
be.
chat coming from the bloke that's never won a premiership.
Hey,
I,
man, look,
I'm the one.
there's
I'm the
a
one
first
doing
time
most
for
of the
everything.
talk.
Oh, you
There's
know,
a
Matty
first
can
time
talk.
for
Matty can
everything.
definitely talk.
There's a first time for everything, and also it doesn't really. At least I like. Yeah, well, shut up. I hate you.
He's stumbling here. He's got nothing.
He's
Should we move on
spiraling.
for his sake?
He's
We
spiraling.
should move on.
For his sake.
Oh
You
shit!
have no idea what the dark years at Penrith are like.
I feel like I'm feeling that a little bit at the
No
moment.
idea.
We're
No
not going
idea.
too well.
Fuck, I hate the Raiders.
I actually asked this
I
question
currently
earlier.
hate
And
them
the
too.
fifth place. And fifth place. Even though, like, now it doesn't even make a difference because fifth is in finals, I still hate finishing fifth. If I finish fifth at the Titans this season, I'm not going to be too happy. I think I finished fifth more times than I finished, like, any other position combined. Because I finished fifth at the Broncos last season, too.
But me and you, Kane, we finished first mostly, right?
Yeah, sounds about right to me.
Yeah.
Sounds about right to me.
Yeah.
Well, season 1, season 2, season 4, season 6, I finished fifth. Yeah, that's not too great.
I think
Yeah, we don't talk
season
about
3,
season one.
season 4, season 5, finish first.
Oh, well, aren't you just so special?
Yeah, yeah.
He just needs an ego stroke at the moment because he's so low on the
Hey,
ladder.
hey, Lachlan, you could have joined us. You said no.
I didn't say no. I said to you, I'm going to be a gold this season. Can you fit me in? And you said, oh.
I don't know because of the 2 that we might have as gold, and then you're like, I'm going to Tigers. You wouldn't wait.
Yeah, I wouldn't wait because I'm pretty sure I ended up as golds. Did they not? They did end up with goals. So I wouldn't have been able to
They
join
did,
you
but
anyway.
I could have always told Daniel to stay at Manly.
You wouldn't have done that.
He would have
You would've done
fucking hated me for that because he's a diehard Rooster.
You wouldn't have done that.
I would have also hated you for that because you dogged me last season.
And also,
Can you hear that, Will? Can you hear that? Will, can you hear that? That's the world's smallest violin.
Never trade with Matty Harris. He will win 100 times.
I won once.
True.
That's the
He lost-
that's the only.
He wins
Penrith
every
improved
time.
when we did it. Oh, that's my biggest achievement of my career. My team improving when I traded with Matty Harris.
That's
Because
the,
I played
Oi,
hardball.
These are my only trades. I had those 2 with bloody Penrith,
We're not talking
Which-
about trades, okay?
which were two people that wanted out of my club. So I'm like, okay,
They
go
helped
go
my
for
club.
it. They didn't really help. Edwards and I punched it alright, but Edwards didn't really do much for you. But
They helped
then,
my club.
but then I traded
Wow.
what is it, Hayden Mellor for Daniel Punch, which isn't so much an even trade, but it is. They're even, but in different positions. You probably didn't need the second row. You needed the prop.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have done that, eh? Oh well.
And-
First season,
and
all
by-
those
by the
first
way-
season captains out there, do not trade with Matty Harris. He'll get ya. He will get ya.
You didn't get Penrith. Daniel
I'm
had-
not sure any other. Absolutely,
no,
trade with him. Absolutely.
all I'm saying, Will, is that's technically tampering when you're telling people not to trade with me. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
come on, mate. You have to deduct, what is it, like 4 points from the Storm now and get like
Yep.
a million
100%.
reductions.
100%.
Nah, it's not tampering because I said so. we're all good
That's
at that.
not how
Don't worry
this
about
works.
Actually, no, he does have a point. In the SR rules, it does literally say something along the lines of the commissioner makes the commissioner decides what is
Ah, fuck.
broken or not.
Is that why Sneako's bloody tampering didn't count?
It's alright, Matty. He'll give you a yacht to keep quiet.
I have
The only
enough
reason
yachts.
I
I
know
play
this
for the
is 'cause I
Roosters.
The only reason I'm nervous is because when people complain about the rules when I was commissioner, I did think about a lot of the time using that as an excuse so I didn't have to argue with them.
Oh, that's different. Well, I'm absolutely use that as an excuse.
I know this is off topic and not like podcast discussionable, but did that stuff that we spoke about get sorted or not the other day, Will?
It should be off the off the podcast. Let's wait till after. Yeah.
No. Okay, we'll wait for after.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure we're talking about that, so I'm not. Yeah,
I was just gonna say, just say yes or no.
Hey, we've gone through 4 games of last round and we're at 50 minutes. We're hitting the 2-hour mark easily.
That's awesome.
We gotta speed this shit up.
Rock, man. Pals is calling me.
All right, let's move on. I'll do what I used to do. Yeah, we'll move on. What's the next game like? Raiders Panthers, another amazingly fun game to watch.
Yeah, it was so
The
fun.
second half was funny.
It was
The
so
second
fun.
half
I
was
watched
funny.
the first 10 minutes and didn't watch anything else.
The second half was funny. The first half was a dreadful thing.
I got through 30 minutes of the first half and turned it off, if I'm being honest.
I was playing
All I'll
Power.
say is
Lennox
I think even
fullback.
Tim, yeah, Lennox percussion fullback. I think Tim will agree with me. Raiders did not deserve to win that game, and the fact that they won off a penalty goal is cheap. That is a cheap win from them, to be honest. They should have bowled.
Yeah,
Well, they
fuck
won a
them.
penalty goal last year, so it makes sense that they're doing it again because the Raiders always just somehow beat Penrith. Like Penrith were
that is the way Penrith played. They played out of their skin defensively. They didn't play the best offensively.
Yeah,
They
12
did
points.
play- they did
is
play well.
crash out.
But
Well, they had
they
opportunities.
should
but
have won
just
that game.
They
The
just
fact
kept
that they
fucking up
won-
opportunities.
They lost by the fact they lost because of a first half penalty goal. That really grinds my gears. That really sucks for them.
Something
I
I
can
found
hear
really
that
funny in
violin
that-
playing again.
Something I found really funny in that game is you guys kept talking up the Panthers, even if I think they were still down 12-0 or
12,
something.
yeah. Well, because you don't expect that from them. I mean, it sounds harsh going for the commissioner, but it's just the truth, isn't it? You don't expect it.
You don't expect it. I mean,
It was very good from them.
I think Penrith are going to get the spoon because I think losing Robert Mobiston, their platinum basically just said, "Yep, you're not gonna do well." Like I had preseason, I think I had Manly penciled in for the spoon, but they've done well enough now, so I think Penrith will probably get it. But they played well then. They probably should have won that game. I so wanted it to be a low for Cash try at the end at fullback to win it.
So in my early simulations for Penrith versus Eels, the next game, it had Eels being it's the only game they will win, and that'll be neither team will win a game for the rest of the season.
And I think that's what's going to happen. That's what honest to God, I think that's what's going to happen. I think it's going to be, was it season 4 where the bottom 2 teams had 1 win between them, and the only win was 7th place beating 8th place? I think we're heading down a similar track this season. Eels and Penrith are just so far behind every other team. And to be fair, it's not their fault. They've both had quite a few players that have just left after signings were already completed, but it is what it is.
I think it's just that Western Sydney feel. Like nobody cares about them.
I mean, it was back to season 3 when they were both bottom 2.
Anyways,
I don't want to talk about season 3, so let's just move on, please.
Alright, anyway, so we'll go to our 3-2-1s. Me and Kane have done the same. We've done Barnes 3, Chad Johnson 2, and Rahul Kawal 1.
Yep.
Rohan definitely ain't getting... Actually, he could have made an argument. He played 20 minutes at prop and got 140 run meters, 3 line breaks or some shit. He fucking did good for that small amount of time.
No, he played the first in at halfback though. Or 5'8".
No, you're not going to play halfback for 22 minutes, would you?
He played.
Wait,
No,
did
he
he
played.
only come on for 22 minutes?
He
Rohan
came on at half time for
Rohan-
22 minutes.
Rohan, I'm looking at the stats now. He played 60 minutes.
He played
Rohan?
60, I'm pretty sure.
Are you looking
Is
at
it
Rahul?
or Rohan? Rahul played
I
lock.
know there was a stage there when one of them got on a breakaway and passed it to the other one. Which one plays for Penrith?
Rohan?
Which one plays for Penrith?
Yeah,
Rohan
passed it
got
to
on a
Rahul.
breakaway and threw it straight to
Oh,
Rahul. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not the sharpest knife in the crown box. I looked at the attack runs and thought that was the minutes.
Oh my god.
You
know,
silly, you
60
silly,
Ha!
you silly
Shit.
bad.
Fuck. Yeah, no, he doesn't get the points. Anyways, let's move on. Fuck. Sharks versus Eels. 22-12 to the Sharks. I didn't see much of this. I kind of skimmed through the highlights. Kasakal scored a beautiful 45-minute try.
Oh,
It was top quality. But yeah, Eels were up 12-0 early on, weren't they?
Yeah,
It was
were.
so exciting.
It was similar to the Panthers. Actually played pretty good this game, but the Sharks just had too much class in the end, in my opinion. They just looked too good towards the end of the game.
yeah,
Really
they just
like
didn't- Yeah. They didn't have the longevity in them. The Eels.
It's
they
the
ran out of
rookies.
gas.
That's what happens with the rookies. Like they can
that's
they
sort
can
of-
hold in early, but then they kind of just fall out at the end. That's what happened to Manly in round 1.
I know
Yeah.
the argument was that the Eels did better because they led the game, but I actually think Penrith played miles better than the Eels because I think the Eels, after they got 12-0, they did close to nothing afterwards, at least in my opinion. When the Panthers competed for the whole game, if you want to look for a reason to pick between the two teams next week, honestly, that's a pretty good reason right there to just say that Penrith competed for 80 minutes, Eels probably competed for about 40.
But then you can make the argument like Penrith are going to be without Cody Mansell. He's playing off the bench.
Yeah, that's another thing. I'm not really going to play Cody Mansell.
I'm assuming
I-
Fisher will play fullback for the first half. That's my best guess.
Yeah. Well, I think
But so for Panthers,
I didn't even look at. I probably should look at the bloody team list, eh?
so, Mendonca
Mendonca.
Fisher plays for Knights. Mendonca.
Oh
is
yeah,
playing fullback.
that's. I'm fucking out of it, eh? I'm fucking up. Fisher's played for bloody Penrith for so long.
Yeah.
yeah. So
and he-
yeah,
He now plays for the Knights.
Lennox
Yeah,
actually kicked out the
Mendonca's an
two
alright choice.
remaining. Lennox kicked out the two remaining Penrith players that were there from season 1, being Sinclair and Sinclair and Fisher. So yeah, fun
I
fact
still
actually,
don't
there's only
rate him
one
out,
current
captain.
Penrith player that was there when I was captain in season 5, and it's only been a season and a bit. And it's Callum Irwin.
Wow.
Callum Irwin's the only player remaining from when I was at the club.
Jesus. Wait,
Isn't Cody Mansell still there?
Cody Mansell, was he at the club when I was there?
He was at the club when
Was he
I
at
was
the
there.
Broncos?
Yeah.
Wasn't he at the Broncos that season?
Wasn't it the?
So,
I swear,
thought he
I swear
started there.
he played for Panthers when I was at Panthers.
Maybe he did. He might have left and came back because he definitely played for the Broncos at some point.
Yeah, I'm
he
pretty
might have played for the
sure.
Broncos.
I'm pretty sure I
Yeah,
played
let
with
me-
Mansour in my team in Panthers.
You did.
Maybe he did. Maybe I've got it
I
wrong
think it
then.
was his debut season.
Yeah.
Did he play for the Broncos then? Did he play for the Broncos at some point? But it wasn't while I was there.
I thought
I'm
we were going to stop
I'm pretty
talking
sure
about
I
Penrith.
I'm pretty sure I played with
Oh,
Mansour.
no, I think what's
and-
happened. No, you're right, Kane. I think he played the beginning of season 4 at the Broncos, end of season 4 at the Broncos, and then moved to Penrith the following season, and then has, I guess, stayed there since then.
Alright.
That must
Yeah,
have
so I
been
was gonna say, I swear he was in the team when I was there.
Alright, guys. We said we're not going to talk about Penrith. What are we doing?
So we are Penny Panthers.
Come on, guys.
Sorry.
Fuck
The
'em.
Panthers, 2024 NRL Pro. Oh fuck, we're not talking about them. We'll move
Fuck-
on then. We'll move
Fuck
on.
you.
I'd rather kill myself.
Anyway, so that is. Oh, wait, we're going to do the 3-2-1s. Which you didn't tell me your 3-2-1s for the Sharks Seals game. I'm assuming it's the same as mine. Jamal Kasaka 3, Drew Matthews 2, and MBT 1.
T2 Matthews 1.
I would. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. I thought AMAC had a really good game at second row as well. For the first time, I think it's the first time he's done that.
I think a
Who? Anthony McDonald.
lot of the times I ignore the
Anthony
losing
McDonald's
team
played
stats.
there a little bit. Not like.
Like this season, I mean.
111
might be this season,
meters,
so
13
he
tackles,
played, he
1
played there
miss.
quite a bit last season.
line
at the
breaks.
time.
It's not the best. He only played 60 minutes, but
Yeah,
Yeah, he was just doing like lots of defensive efforts from him.
I didn't watch this game at all, so I went by stats alone on my
I only
3-2-1.
watched that. I started watching. I had someone else commentating, so I was kind of like on my phone, and then I started watching when the Eels were up by 12.
Hey,
and
you're
then
not
stopped
supposed to
watching
be
when
on
the
your
Sharks-
phone at work. What are you doing?
That was
As
me,
as
like,
I'm
when-
scrolling
when
through my
when
phone.
Sharks got up. Mate, I have put 20 hours a week into this. I'm gonna go on my phone.
If I couldn't go on my
that
phone
was
at work, I'd
like me
fucking
in the
kill myself.
when I was commissioner, I did actually watch all the games when they were being commentated on, just to make sure no issues happened. But
Yeah.
when the Broncos used to start getting flogged towards the back end of last season, and I guess when Penrith actually didn't even really, even when I was like doing bad, we didn't even really lose that much that often. But when I used to literally have to like stand up and walk out the room because I just get so mad.
Just want to clarify. So those 2 games that Manly flogged you in the back end were those 2 that you walked out on?
Yes, I did walk out the room when you started beating us 40-24.
Like after you were up 24-0.
Yeah, after we were up 24-2. I thought we were going to win the comp at that stage. I was like, here we go. Finally, me and fucking Jake Scott absolutely cooking right now. We're winning this comp. And then we go off the field. and I think I come back on, and it's like 24-18.
You're just like, ah, shit.
I'm
Anyways,
like,
we should let's move on because we are gonna take forever. Team of the week. We've gone with Bunce at fullback. Wingers were a bitch to pick, so we've went with Jacob Morrison and Tyler Weston. Centers a lot easier to pick. We've done Jai Collins and Lee Simon. Halves we've done Bradley Callahan and Isaac Edwards. Halfback was a bitch to pick as well. Lot of good 5'8s, not many good halfbacks this round. In the front row, we got Casey Namana and John Nanai. At hooker, we have Drew Matthews. He only just pipped Galaxy.
I would have gone Galaxy, but
We
that's
we
fair
we
enough.
do have Galaxy in the 17 still. We got Tallis Riff, Callum Murray as our starting back row, and Thomas Wallace at 13. Our bench consists of Liam Ryan, Galaxy, Kasakal, and Chris Lord.
That's fair enough. I probably, that's fair enough. I can't really disagree with too much of it.
I wrote this up in about 2 minutes before you joined the call. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, nice.
And then for our power rankings, the real correct power rankings.
No,
unlike your
biased,
biased shit, Will.
It says you.
But
I
this stuff
didn't
is
do
the- Okay. I think I would like to clear this up on the podcast because apparently people don't read SRL chat and I get the same question in my DMs in SRL chat about 10 times a week. The power rankings are not my personal opinion because if they were, first off, Storm after beating Eels would not be first because that was an easy game, let's be honest. They are done literally based on ladder position and form and it's all math.
It's all based. It's the NRL formula, isn't it?
It's the NRL formula. Math does not care about how you feel. So it's
Yeah,
all
you
math.
want to know
It's
how
as least biased as possible.
you can't say Math does not care about how he feels down a day's K. Calm down there.
Hey, it's fucking stupid. Maths doesn't care how we feel, but it wants us to care how it feels. Hey, I don't care about your ex leaving. You want to know why? Figure it out yourself. All right? Fuck algebra.
I was leaning somewhere else with that joke. We could take it that direction, sure.
I made an algebra joke. That's what I did. I think I'm retiring from the podcast game after that. Fuck me.
You want to know how you fix that, Kay? Just put a little thing saying not my personal opinion, all based on math at the beginning when you post
did-
power rankings.
I put that, and people still didn't care. So
Oh well, that's their fault then.
That-
If that
that's-
was me, I'd just be ignoring the DMs.
Well, that's
I
because
used
fuck
to-
you.
I used to ignore tons of DMs on purpose when I was commissioner. It's really bad. Some of them I did actually miss too. So yeah, I guess you don't really know if I was ignoring you or just accidentally missed it. So
I haven't.
Yeah.
If I've ignored your DM and like anyone listening, it hasn't been on purpose. I just get lots of them per day.
I used to get lots of them too.
You get a lot of them, or you're just a fuckwit and doesn't want to respond.
Where
Yeah,
our
Just get them-
headcanon is
People
column
wait
B.
till I'm out at work or like at footy or something, and then they'll message me. I'm like, I am halfway through a men's third grade game right now. I'll get back to you in half an hour.
I don't know. I used to not be able. I used to not
I
check
don't
this one.
respond, obviously.
I used to, when I was commissioner for about the first year, or maybe just a little bit under a year, I didn't check my phone if I wasn't at home. I just couldn't. I did not check Discord if I wasn't at my computer. It was too it was too anxiety because I'd see something and be like, fuck, now I have to do something, but I'm out, so I can't do anything. So yeah, I just used to not check it unless I was at home.
Yeah, every time I'm out and
So-
like I don't check my phone, there's a bloody porn bot or there's a I don't know if I'm allowed to say it on the podcast. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah,
Just don't,
it's
just
just not allowed
don't.
to say racial stuff.
Yeah, racist stuff and
yeah.
like shit that offends people, I guess.
Yeah, well, there's all that like that, or there's like a scam, or there's something. Bloody people are cranky about Logan Strange coming back. Whatever. it
Like,
is.
are we allowed to talk
I'm
about like
cranky
the
about it.
alphabets?
Oh, I'm cranky about Logan Strange.
What?
I think
Don't get me started on the alphabet people, Matthew.
That's all we're saying. No,
the
nothing
alphabet
else.
people.
Yeah, no, we're not even elaborating live. We are not
The
elaborating.
alphabet people.
We're not.
I think I know what you're
Yeah, we're saying nothing.
Oh,
Will,
get me
Will,
started.
Will, you're
That's gotta
here.
be a cut. That's
Will.
gotta be a cut.
Hey, it's not. It's not.
I didn't offend anyone.
I
Ah,
don't,
shit.
Alrighty,
I don't
let's
condone
move on.
anything he said. That
Okay.
Israel doesn't condone anything he said so far. But
Let's move on.
Well,
Let's look at the
yeah.
teams
Moving
this
on.
week, eh?
Actually, briefly talking about power rankings. So I have chucked all the stats into a spreadsheet with a different formula and different weighting on how each stats come out, and it actually came out different to both of yours, which it came out as Bulldogs Titans as the first two.
Yep.
Followed by the Raiders, then the Sharks, then the Bunnies, then the Storm, Broncos, Cowboys, Eagles, Warriors, Roosters, Knights, Panthers, Eels.
Why didn't you say it how you had it like written up? Fuck Eagles.
Because the numbers, because when it spat it out, it didn't put it in order. So I had to put it in order on the fly just then.
Fair enough.
As you can see, they're not actually in order. So the Sharks have a higher rating than what the Bunnies do. And I don't know why, because every time I put those stats in, it just loves the Sharks. And it's not that I've fudged the stats. It just, the Sharks haven't had a lot of points scored against them. So it's just like, this team's amazing.
Yeah, they haven't been flogged yet, and I think Rabbitohs got a fair few put on them last week by Manly. So
I mentioned during
Yeah, they
the Grubs Broncos review, Grubs got flogged and then they won, then they got flogged and then they won, and now I'm hoping they get flogged again.
due for it.
That's
He's
it.
trying to see a pattern.
Hey, Will, just text me. Just text me telling me if I'm right. All right.
Yeah, okay, I will do. Well,
All right.
As long as you get that PayPal $100 to me,
Just a little note slipped onto the table.
because everyone's saying I take bribe.
Because if I'm wrong, I just need you to resim that, just until I'm right, okay? And then I'll give you $500.
DK, how does it feel now? You remember when you used to do this to me when I was commissioner?
Oh, I was joking. But you guys, what's going on here?
I would like to clarify. I bet how Kay used to say to me, "Resub it to the Stormwood, please."
Yeah. I used to send him $500 a week, and yet Storm still missed finals. So
I just pocket the money and move on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly.
well,
That's funny.
When life gives you
Me and
lemons,
Matt made Lachlan rich.
Why do you think I retired from being commissioner? I don't need the money anymore.
He's set for life.
Lots of money.
anyways, we'll quickly jot off our power rankings. We got Dogs first, Titans second, Sharks third, Raiders fourth, Cowboys fifth, Warriors sixth, Storm
Oh, you
seventh,
fucking prick.
Roosters eight.
Sorry.
Roosters aren't eight. Grubs are eight. Broncos 9, Roosters 10, Manly 11, Knights 12, Panthers 13, Eels 14.
Oh, the Knights. That sucks.
They're still losing, and they're still not. They're losing by more than we are.
And once again, like the power rankings, they're just like the current form of teams, not what we reflect of the team.
Yeah, it only
Exactly.
reflects the past 3 weeks, doesn't it?
Yeah. and
Yeah,
I
even
think
mine
that-
is just based solely on stats and current standings,
Yeah.
not based on.
To be fair to
any
the
sort
Knights,
of-
I think they've had the hardest draw to start a season.
Oh yeah, I don't think that reflects the Knights very well. I think the Knights will contend for finals. I think in the long run they'll be better than Manly, Broncos, Rabbitohs, who are all in front of them, and be up towards about 10th to 7th by the end of the season. To be honest,
We've
Can
had
you
a
not say that?
relatively
We
hard.
got him in 2 weeks, so can you please not say that?
We've had a relatively hard draw too.
yeah, but no one cares about the Roosters. Everyone
You know,
hopes you guys are bad, you realise.
listen, Lachlan.
Yep.
Actually,
yep.
no, I'm not talking to you now, Lachlan. I'm going to talk to you, Will. Can I change my vice captain?
Who's your vice captain?
Like for the Blues?
He's talking to New South Wales.
I mean, if I can get promoted from
Waterboy.
Sure.
Yeah, so you don't want that, Matty. Like,
I-
think about it, right?
okay.
Think
No,
about it.
I'm willing. All right, we'll promote AMAC, and we'll promote you to Cowboy.
Our boy,
Jesus.
that's horrid.
I'll be in the laundry next.
It's like a demotion, not a promotion.
Yeah, that sounds like
When
this
Handle
dirty
takes the
parts.
game's jockstrap, he can be the washman.
Also,
Yeah.
Maddie, just so you know, as we've been chatting away, I have finished the last of the eligibility changes. So
Okay, so we actually have a proper look at it now.
yeah, I'll make an announcement in SOL chat in a sec.
Hell
Or
yeah,
this will come
hell
out
yeah.
afterwards.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
why-
yeah,
that's
this
why
is-
some-
this is
I
coming
assume that's
out
why
tomorrow.
some of them will blank. I'm assuming that's why some of them will blank earlier.
Is
Yeah,
is
I
Luke
haven't-
Short seriously not Blues anymore?
Yeah, I haven't fixed up anyone that was like off the old system yet, but I have done the current like. The
Oh,
new
okay.
system.
How come just quick question while we're here? How come Lee Simon and Craig Hustler are just pretty much blank across the board, apart from Lee Simon's second eligibility being international?
Yeah, he just wanted to play for Greece, and Craig Hustler hasn't nominated for one at all. So
Oh,
All right. Let's move back to the potty. Moment and don't look moment of the round both came in the same game. The moment of the round is the crazy lead up to Jack Carl's try, which we already touched on before. And the don't look moment. What?
How about Prakash going to fullback? How's that not a moment?
That
a
is
good moment of the round.
that
That's
is
the my moment of
no
the
that
round.
is hilarious. But it
And
would
you
have
know what?
absolutely been the moment if he scored, but he didn't.
Yeah, no, but no one got past him either at fullback when they would get on breakaways. He was there to tackle.
Yeah,
so it was
they scored more points with him. They
Okay.
scored the.
Everyone's saying that he made tackles. I think his wingers made every single one of those breakaway tackles. I don't think he made one. To be completely
No,
honest.
he didn't. You are right, Will. He
He
didn't
most
make
definitely
one, but he didn't do anything bad at fullback at least. Actually, you know what's the worst thing ever? I forget who it was, but when we played the Ravenous back in season 5, their fullback got injured, and whoever played, and they scored like 18 points with like a proper fullback against us. I think it was Kevin Dixon got injured, and they just that was not a good game. That was when I commentated by myself, and we lost 36-6. That was not a great game.
I think we had a game like Manly. It was against the Cowboys, and we were struggling at the time. Kane got injured. This is the game where Kane ran for 300 or 400 meters in the first half.
400 and something.
Yeah, and he got injured in the 52nd minute or whatever. And we had Joshua Blackburn, a second rower.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, he jumped into fullback, and he actually scored at the back too.
I don't care. I was so pissed off. I would have cracked the record easy.
You would have.
Casey, I swear to God, Casey breaks so many records in games that even don't matter or just count short because of injury. Because he also broke the record for most tries in a trial match, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So it doesn't count. You beat the Broncos 58-12 and scored 5 tries. That is still the most insane.
We beat the Broncos.
I beat the Broncos.
I reckon Tatiera Maxwell beats the record this season for most tries in one game.
I'm praying he doesn't. Oh my god.
He got 4 tries in his first game at fullback, and then he was in the Eels game. He got a first half hat trick and he didn't score anymore.
Yeah, that's the game I thought he was going to beat it, and I was
think
legitimately going to do it.
I think I'd have to go to say at the moment, Ponks is probably the player that came close. I'm pretty sure against Penrith last year, he dropped the ball to get his off short the line to get his 4th, and then scored 1 5 minutes later. He would have had 5. Well, he could have had 5 if he didn't drop the ball short of the line there.
I remember that one.
That is probably the closest we'll see a player to get a 5. I think in the next couple of seasons, records like that will start to drop because it's been too long. We gotta have to play get 5 soon, right?
Yeah.
Watch it happen this week. It'd be something stupid.
Watch it be some lock.
Justin Monkey.
Watch some lock to it.
Fucking watch Chris Law do it. If Chris Law do it, I'm retiring.
All I'm going to say is this week, I thought, who was it the second row that scored 2 on us? He could have well and truly got fucking 5, whoever it was.
Yeah,
Callum Murray.
He was playing well. He was very good.
Anyway, so our don't look moment of the round, I've just written Manly.
I wrote Manly. His game. I wrote Manly's game.
Just Manly. That was shit.
I mean, out of all expectations, Canberra played horribly bad. Horribly bad.
I would say.
I was actually about to bring up the fact that
we could also mention the second half of the Storm and Titans game. I quite literally almost fell asleep watching that shit.
That was bad.
That was bad.
It was boring, but it wasn't bad football.
It was
boring.
It's boring, and the thing is, it's don't look
bad either because we didn't concede any points. It was just level down.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's don't look. I don't want to watch boring. I want to watch
it was a boring game. It was a very boring half. As I said, I had a full conversation with Mom and didn't even blink at what was happening. I didn't even care. I just didn't care at the time. To be fair, I was in a lot of pain because I hurt my foot that day, but I just for whatever reason I just
that one. I reckon that's a reason.
I just did not give a shit what was happening.
Normally we join each other in groups. I sat in VC for half the match. I'm like, where the hell's Lachlan?
Yeah,
Oh, he's here, buddy.
so I wasn't coming in because I had work that day, and I came home with a sore foot. So I was like, I don't feel like joining VC today, so I then joined VC and went had dinner
Audience.
upstairs
All
and
right.
watched it.
All right. Now, enough
That's
about
the
them.
SRL stuff,
Let's
yeah.
let's do our quick previews of next round.
Yapper.
We
So-
said quick reviews. This is I get the
Pre-
thing. This might be
previews.
very quick.
Previews with the
Did you
previews.
see our previews last week? We literally got that done in like 15 minutes.
Fair enough.
Straight up because we're at like an hour 30
Yeah,
by
it's
the time we
first
started.
game. I'm excited for this. So.
Oh man, I can't wait. First off, the Sydney rivalry.
The
Rabbitohs
Roosters
versus
and the
Roosters. I
Grubs.
actually can't wait.
I'll
This
go.
is the real spoon ball.
Listen, fuck ya.
Parramatta are
I'd,
gonna go
I'd,
and
I'd
rise
say
and
you're
double the
kicking a dead
Rabbitohs.
horse right there, but you don't know how to kick. Fuck you. Anyways, I'll run through the
It
Roosters
looks like you don't know
team.
how to win without me either. So.
I won a... No, yes, I won a premiership without you. Fuck you.
When?
Season 2.
Oh, in season
Season-
2.
Season
Oh,
2
come
is
on.
down. Season
Actually-
2 is like
Actually,
season
no,
1 and
no,
2.
no.
Matty, I
No,
hate
no,
to
no,
do this
no.
to you, but season 1 and 2 was like 80%.
Yeah.
Shut up,
You know
Lachlan.
what? You know what?
Okay,
Shut up,
next
Lachlan.
game. Next game. Next game.
Hang on, no,
Focus.
hang on. Because he didn't win in season 2. I was the captain in season 2. So
We
fuck off.
won in
Still got a
season 2.
premiership ring.
Focus.
We've completely agreed that, we won them together. The only one we didn't win together was season 5 because you were over slumming it at Panthers.
We would have beat Manly had we not had Australia learned to kick a conversion from the sideline properly.
Not Manly, Raiders. But yeah.
Kane bunked with.
No, we would have gone on
Riley
to beat
Murray.
we would have beat the Raiders, beat the Broncos, then beat Manly.
Alright. Anyways, let's talk the Sydney Roosters team list, and then somebody else can do the other one. So yeah, changes we've made. I've got both second rowers playing in the centres this week because I've had to move Dolan to 5'8" because Rasandi's on the bench for reasons that won't be discussed. The wingers are the same, fullbacks the same. Everything's really the same, except I've decided to give Robson a chance at starting with Barkley coming off the bench instead. That's really all there is to it.
I think that's interesting. I think Bruce Buckley has been one of the strongest starting props of the competition. I think he's actually been outplaying Daniel Punch, and to some extent, even though you're playing lock, he's been outplaying you as well. So it'd be interesting
Yeah,
to see what
I
kind of
wouldn't say-
impact he
I
has.
I would disagree
I wouldn't
with...
say he's outplaying Matty, but I do agree that Bruce Buckley is probably one of the most
In some
underrated
matches-
players in the comp.
In some matches, I think legitimately the impact that he's had, because Matty plays way more minutes, obviously. I think in that starting 20 and that little period where he's on, he does legitimately just outplay Matty. And then when he's off the field, Matty's like, oh, now I can run and do a little more.
That's because the Hives don't give you the ball.
Bruce Buckley is probably one of the more underrated players in the entire comp because I
Yeah.
think that he's actually really good for a player that's played 6 games. He played a couple at the Raiders last season as a dev player, got a little bit of pace. I
Didn't he
think
score in
every
his second
game he
touch?
played for the Raiders last year on a dev contract were really good to the point where I know at the Titans we were one of the clubs that wanted to get him. Obviously, we didn't end up with him, and he ended up going to the bloody fucking Roosters.
I had the
but-
first choice, so I took him.
Yeah, well, fucking.
I mean, without being disrespectful, he wasn't my first choice. My first choice was actually Beckman. Because I spoke to him before we even knew that it was going to be a dev
No
draft.
chance.
No, Beckman agreed to join us because I didn't know there was going to be a dev draft. I thought we were going to be able to sign them like we would other players. So I had him signed, and then it was like, oh, dev
Who's
draft. I
Beckman
can't
play
get
for
him.
now?
He's
I
still
don't remember.
Manly.
He
Definitely
plays on the
He's been
bench.
killing
Oh.
it.
He plays on the bench.
He's been incredible.
Isn't that right,
He's
Kate?
playing bench this.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying it.
The injury. Yeah.
He got injured. Bloody hell, no better time for me.
That's it, right?
Getting Goodwin
Pretty
and
much.
Beckman, but the only negative is now that when we hit that 20-minute mark, now it's Goodwin and Beckman coming up against my bench forwards.
Yeah.
That's why I've moved Riley back to the.
Did Beckman play
Riley
on
back to the
prop
bench.
this week? Did Beckman play prop this
Yes. He
Yeah.
played.
I actually-
prop, yeah.
week? Well, I'm going to go on record and say that's the first ever player that's only played at prop in a game to get injured. I don't think there's ever been a player in the SRL beforehand to get injured playing all of the game at prop.
Yeah, I'd have
We've
to
had
agree.
second rollers, we've had hookers, we've had obviously locks and fullbacks. I think that's the first prop to get injured in the SRL. So a little bit of SRL trivia for you there.
Sucks to be him, I guess.
Jordan Williams is one of them.
No, Jordan Williams has only ever played. He's only ever got injured at lock. He's never got
No, I
injured
was
at
just, I know he hasn't, but I'm saying it wouldn't surprise me with the amount of injuries that poor man's had to deal with.
Man
Yeah, but he played a
refuses.
lot of...
He refuses to upgrade fitness.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say someone mentioned the other lineup, but I don't think they've made any changes at all. I think it's the
Oh,
same.
let me go have a quick look. No,
Nah, they haven't. They
Yeah.
haven't.
Yeah, alright, fuck them.
I mean, to be fair, why would you after what happened last week? The only change I'd
Now,
probably suggest they make
Afterwards,
is I'd like to see Jesse Bennett back in the back row. But to be fair, they don't
I-
really have many front rowers.
I-
Have you been watching Rabbitohs? Have you been watching the Rabbitohs game?
He played good last week, but I think he's still a better second rower.
He's
been playing incredible the last 4 weeks, and he's scored.
Easily.
I think on 3 games.
Yeah, but wasn't
Yeah,
he
something
wasn't he
like that.
moving to second row at the second half? So he's
No,
doing more.
He moves to lock at the moment, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, I know he does. He does move to lock. He doesn't move to second row at the moment.
All right. Well, either way, just bloody fuck off, grubs.
Do you want to go through the
all right.
I hope Rabbitohs win this week, just so Manny's forced to eat his words.
Hey,
I
Matt, why don't you make a bet with me?
I've
Rabbit-
lost
if
every
Rabbits win-
fucking bet I've made.
If Rabbits win, you have to sing their team song.
I
and
will. I don't even care if we get demonetized.
Hey,
I will
Matty, if
fucking
we
off
beat you-
myself.
If we beat you again this season, can I get an encore?
Listen here, William.
We're gonna get Manny Harris singing every single team song at
I
some point.
I would off myself. I only made that bloody Storm bet because I was very, very confident in Manly at that time.
Yeah, you shouldn't have been so confident, mate.
I,
I mean, to be fair,
I'd
with how
be-
both teams
I-
are going, I wouldn't-
The
I'd
worst
be
part
a lot.
was, the worst part was, it was a rookie that got the win for you.
Shut
and
up.
It was beating
Ben
Matt.
said
No,
no,
shut up.
couple minutes.
Shut up.
And it
And
was
Manny Harris
beating
missed the
Matt.
tackle. And Manny Harris beat the tackle. I want to put it
No,
there.
yeah, but
Did you see
he
the
got
person
through the
who threw
whole
Did
line.
you see the person that got the try assist? Did you see who threw that pass?
Nobody
We
cares.
don't talk about that
Yeah,
person.
nobody cares.
Yeah.
No, nobody fucking
Take that,
cares.
Matty.
Anyway,
It was me. I drew and passed, and then
I
Stevie
I
Payne
said
was
nobody cares. I didn't say it wasn't you.
I just want you to know, Will, I tried to steal him this season from you.
done. TBK.
Yeah.
He's loyal to a T. I don't see him, but I'll do everything in my power to keep him. And obviously, next season we gotta renegotiate where he plays because I really hate putting him at that bench center position every week. I feel really dirty about it.
All I've got to say is you have a loyal player because I offered him a starting gig in the halves.
He's a great kid. We all love TBK at our club.
I'd love to see TBK score another match winner this week at centre.
Oh, would love it, wouldn't you? I would also
Oh.
be a fan of
I
that.
would not
I mean,
love it.
I'm currently doing a sim against Broncos to prepare for round 6, and Riley Murray's literally just scored a runaway try from end to end.
I'd like to point out though, if it comes down to a game-winning try again this week, I'm gonna be honest. You guys should be doing better than that in Melbourne. You guys should not let it come down to a game-winning try.
Okay, can we be talking about that in the actual Melbourne Manly review?
Yeah, okay. Let's
Yeah.
move on.
No, we can't move on. We've got to put our tips.
Oh fuck. Okay,
Fuck.
back to the Roosters Rabbitohs.
Shut up, Will. Will, maybe you shouldn't because you've actually done the game.
No, the game hasn't been recorded yet. No games have been recorded yet for this week.
Okay.
I've been too busy working.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie, I have gone on SRL 360 before and made a tip about a game that I've already filmed because they ordered me to go on and they asked me about it and I had no other choice.
That's when you lie.
I didn't lie, I just said what I was believed before I recorded it, and it happened that I was correct, but that's besides the point.
So you literally gave away the correct answer.
I mean, I don't even remember what game it was. It was fucking season 4 and 5. It was ages ago now.
Yeah, but nobody watches
But-
360 anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
I say that
That's
talking
one
shit
game.
about 360 even though I was just there.
Alright, what are our tips?
Roberts 1 to 8.
Fuck you. Lachlan, what's your
I
tip?
think I'd love to see Rabbitohs win, but I think Roosters will win this week. This is the week they finally win.
Okay, I'm happy you're tipping Roosters, but fuck you for even wanting to see Rabbitohs win. And what about you, Will?
I'm gonna be honest here. The lineup that they're gone with. I mean, I still don't like Clay at fullback. I still think Dixon should be their fullback.
Dixon should be full work. Yeah.
I think switch him at half time because of Dixon's fitness, but other than that, I do agree.
I reckon it depends.
Like, I think there's one player that it really depends on. I really want to see him have a good game, Cody Ogg. So I'm gonna say Roosters. Cody Ogg firing. I'll put him 9-18.
I appreciate that Will. What about
Cody
you,
Ogg
Luke?
hat-trick.
He
Oh,
could,
fucking
I
love
reckon Cody Ogg at the right second row could lap up like 250 meters if he's playing 80.
Cody Ogg. to
Well,
break the tries
spoiler
record. He
alert,
scored
he's
5 tries
playing
this
80.
week. Cody Ogg for 5 tries
I
this
rate
week.
him. I rate him as a player.
He's such a good fucking player.
He's
Like
a-
good player and like good leadership as well. Like
Yeah, no, he's a good.
if I ever
Good
step
bloke.
down from Roosters captaincy, he's the one that takes over.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry, Blair, you can stay as VC, but he does so much.
They're being thrown on the bus right now.
Like Blair's good and all that. Literally,
Blair,
only
Jeez, what a
reason
hooker.
only reason I don't have Blair over Cody in the sense of being the next captain is just because he's on strike too. That's the only reason. It's because one strike and he's gone. It doesn't matter if he's a captain or not. So it's like,
Let's move on to the next
Lock them up
game, eh?
the same.
Yep.
Yeah,
What was
yeah.
that?
Warriors,
Oh.
Raiders.
What was that?
oh, we're not gonna get my bloody tip.
Oh,
Ah,
sorry,
and
buddy.
Luke's still here.
Yeah, but your tip's just
I'm
gonna be
still here.
biased.
yeah.
Very, very good.
All right. Luke, what do you think?
I'm going to say Roosters by 14 points.
I love
Perfect.
it.
Warriors, Raiders.
All right, Matty, you can
Okay.
say Roosters 19 plus, then we can move on.
No, I was gonna say my heart says 50 plus. My brain says
Oh
1 to
my
6.
god.
My brain says 1 to 6. Us, we'll finally take it. All
Alright.
Now we move on
Warriors.
to the cultists versus the Raiders. What?
Houston is back this week. They played pretty well even without him at 5'8".
I'm honestly, I'm conflicted
I'm
with this
looking
game.
forward. I'm looking
'Cause-
forward to this one.
I'm conflicted with this game because the
If Raiders put out the
Warriors have,
shit that they did last week, they lose easy.
yeah, the Warriors have been like over the past couple of weeks. The Warriors have honestly been better than the Raiders, but
Yeah.
I'm interested. I think it depends on how Tim James goes at lock because it's a bit of a move to move the best hooker in the game to lock after what happened last. Well, I guess after what happened last week, that's fair enough. But it's a big move to that. Out of all the changes they make, that's the change they make.
I think more importantly, it's also Tim James moving to lock over Rahul Kaval. Like he hasn't been.
Yeah,
playing
that's-
Koala's
I
been
think
really good.
I think
there.
Cavalo's a better lock than a second rower, to be honest.
and he's been playing. Like he's been one of the form locks. as well.
Yeah.
He scored every game. I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I personally, why don't they start as? I think Ruben Mops has been doing alright too. What's wrong with him not starting in
Yeah.
that 12?
He's been alright. It's been nothing special really.
But
I
yeah,
don't know. I think. Let's
He's
see
done
how
his
it
job.
goes.
I think essentially Ruben Mobbs
Yeah, I
done
think he's done his
but
job, but I don't think you need much more from a second row, to be honest.
I reckon Tim will cook. So I'm looking.
I think Tim will too. I mean, to be fair, I've called them when they had Charlie Rossini at the club to move Charlie Rossini to hooker and Tim James to lock, and they didn't listen to me then, but they decided to do it like 2 seasons later. So we'll see how that goes.
so I actually almost had Brissini at hooker and Blair at lock for a bit in our sims. But yeah, that one didn't happen.
Not sure about that one, Chief.
Yeah, honestly, they played well. They both did, but I played better at lock than any other option. Except for Marlo. Marlo plays better than me at lock. But the problem is
He plays really good at second
he
row.
plays really good at second row, and I play really good at lock. So him being really good at lock and not having a good second rower.
Is a
Yeah,
problem.
pretty
I
much.
reckon that's like Blake Harris being a better 5'8" than me, but he plays. It's just better for the team if I'm playing 6 and he's playing 7.
Everybody's a better.
Why
half
is
than
it better for the team, Kay?
I don't know. Monkey just said it's better, so I just listened to him.
What
Oh,
monkey
yeah.
see,
It's
monkey
better in the
do,
sense
or
that-
monkey do, you
that-
see?
Blake is an excellent halfback, and if we have him do a bit more of the kicking by making him playmaker 1 and get him do his thing, and me do my thing on the left side, it just works a little bit better than what we did last season.
Spoiler alert: P1, P2 have no effect.
Yeah, it doesn't have any
They-
effect.
It doesn't.
They-
The only
they
thing
do-
P1 just does the kick for touches. That's the difference. P2
Yeah.
does
It's
the kick for
it's-
touches
I don't
if
want to like
P1's
leak
injured.
shit on the podcast, Matty, but it does more than that. It only works if they're halves though, but it does do more than that. That's all I'm gonna say.
I've tried all the differences, and the
You
only
haven't
thing
been
I
paying
the
it.
only thing
Matty,
I the
can
only
promise
thing
you-
only thing I've
haven't been paying
noticed
attention.
only thing I've noticed is if you have P1 as the 5'8", the kickers tend to shank it less. That's from my experience. That's from my Xbox. Everyone seems different, but that's just what's happened for me.
there is a. I don't. I don't want to give away because, like, you know.
We can talk about this off the air. Fuck everyone.
There's
else.
evidence. There's evidence that to prove that it does actually do a couple things differently. It's not a big change, but depending on who your big boot is, it does make a little bit of a difference.
See, I've noticed that big boots just shank it more often than anybody else.
Yeah, but
I want to say more often than everyone
Hush,
Uh,
else.
Maddie.
definitely,
Maybe.
definitely.
I mean, look at me and look at Ole.
Don't say a word.
Yeah, true.
Ole shanks it 90% of the time, and I smash it 90% of the time.
Rabbitohs.
Can we move on to
Let's
the
go on tips.
second
Let's go on
game?
tips. No, we can go on tips.
Tips, yeah. I'll go
We barely
Raiders.
talked about this.
I'll go Raiders 9-18.
Really?
I'll say the same.
I'm gonna say the same.
I'm gonna go. I already hate the Raiders. I'm gonna go the Warriors.
Yeah. What's the score?
I'm gonna go Houston field goal 19-18.
Oh, 9-18 and Houston.
No, 19-18.
Oh, 19-18. All right.
Yeah, I think it's scrappy. I
The
think it's gonna
AI
be
would
scrappy
never
fair.
kick a field goal like that.
I'm also gonna go for Warriors here because Raiders they dished up utter shit on a plate last week.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So I reckon I'm gonna go Warriors 1-8. I reckon McCartney kicks it though. I reckon he kicks it from 40 as well.
Nah, because Sixers
They don't
kick
kick it
more
out
field
from
goals
40.
than sevens,
They
so...
they don't do it
That's why
past
I'm
the 30,
saying.
really.
That's why I'm saying it. Just to be a bit different. John McCartney field
Oh,
goal.
okay.
I mean, field goals, like, yeah, but, like, kicking it from 40 won't happen because the AI won't do it.
No, it
No,
can
it
happen.
does do it. So
you
I
can get field goals
I
from
looked
40.
looked at the game code
And the max that a half can kick a field goal from is 55. Is what they'll attempt. Won't
So,
necessarily
I-
get it. But
55! I thought it was 50.
I've never seen them even attempt it from that far out in the AI.
I've seen them
They
attempt it
don't-
from 40.
they
That's
don't
the high
attempt
value
it.
substance.
but they technically in the code they can attempt it, but they don't. I don't know why.
When could
and
they...
then the minimum
love-
they can do is like 7 or 5 or something, but they always get it under. So like the code.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
it's
what
funky.
Moana. That's what Moana did. He attempted it from 5 out and went directly on the post. Only missed field goal that wasn't charged down in the SRL. Another fun bit of trivia for you.
Gosh.
Anyway.
I've never kicked one.
All right, so
Really? Bullshit, you don't kick the field goal.
All right, next game.
Queensland.
we got the Queensland Derby.
Come on, come on.
What?
Let's be real here. Okay. Let's be real.
Cowboys, they just put 38 points on a red hot Manly side, and I know red hot Manly side is like, you know, they haven't got the
Luke-
best, they haven't got the best squad. They're a bit lukewarm.
I'd love...
Like,
like the way they
Manly, the way
I
they
got one
played
for
against the Cowboys though was like as red hot as fucking Antarctica. Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was red hot, mate. I feel like that's ice cold.
No, but I mean off their form, mate.
I mean,
They've been playing pretty well, I thought, Manly, and then Cowboys came and decimated them. Broncos,
It's 19 plus Cowboys. Because
Yeah,
I
nice
just don't.
plus Cowboys.
I
I
got
don't
19
think
plus Cowboys.
I
I
got,
got
They
I-
also made a key change to Broncos. Jackson Allison playing 11 rather
That's
than
good.
8.
That's a very, very good change.
Broncos
That's actually a
19.
very good change.
Broncos 9.
Best change Broncos have made all season, but I still think Cowboys 19 plus.
Cowboys 19 plus, yeah.
Cowboys 19 plus.
I'm gonna go Broncos 9-18. I'm gonna be different. Fuck you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was a dumb move.
Yeah, he's gonna get.
Turns
You wanna
out he's
flip
already
on this
simmed
one?
it.
That's the sim- Broncos-
I reckon you've got to sing the Cowboys song if Cowboys win 19 plus.
I don't
No,
even.
I think he still has to sing "Glory, Glory." if
The
Cowboys
closest
win.
to
19 plus.
closest to a fucking cowboy song I'll sing is "Every Rose Has Its Thorn," and that's all you're getting.
I reckon Lee Simon he gets a try and sets up Caleb J for 2.
So Lee Simon sets up Caleb J.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
Centre setting up a winger, that happens occasionally.
Not
Occasionally,
really.
Santa's getting
It
tries.
happens-
to-
There's one play that does it. There's one play that does it. It doesn't happen. It usually happens like. It usually happens a bit off the like 50 meters out or something. It doesn't usually happen off the try line.
I know
You'll
it.
be right.
I know it's not bloody relevant that much, but centers try assist. Fucking Hayden Mellett has played 2 games at center and he's got 3 try assists. I don't know
Yeah, 'cause
why.
they get tries. No, because they get tries to show us stuff. Like, there's a stupid play where, like, I've got to. Actually, that's just a second row. I've got to try assist an Origin from passing it back on the inside to Dingo there. I think centers also do similar things, and I'll pass on the inside instead of going to the outside.
Another
They also
funny.
get it from plater balls. If a hooker
Yeah,
scores
yeah.
out of dummy half, they'll get it from the plater ball.
I actually think that's how Hayden got his try assists because I think he
Yeah.
played the ball when Blair Curtin went for his scoot try.
Yeah.
Anyways, bloody. Everyone's done their tips, yeah? I think we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now what's probably game of the round? Let's be real. Bulldogs and the Sharks.
Ha! Come on.
I think I don't know
They're
what you're
two-
talking
they're
about.
two
Memphis
solid
and
squads.
Parramatta probably for Poodle. The
That's
game
what I was
of the
going to
round.
say. They matched evenly matched at least.
Yeah.
What's interesting is when I ran this through the Monte Carlo simulations, it keeps saying the Sharks are in that match, like it's going to be close.
I think it'll be close. I think it could be close. Maybe I think Bulldogs will win, but I think it could be decently close. 6 to 8 points. I think it's going to be a high score and a fair though, to be honest.
Let's use my commissioner advantages to see what their subs are, not tell anyone, and then make my tip.
This motherfucker.
Commissioner abuse.
He's already showed his hand. He did that before by tampering and saying it's not tampering, you know?
Yeah. I think that Corey Goats back out to 5. That's been good for them. Like they've swapped their wingers again, and Corey Goats, probably like front runner for Rookie of the Year at the moment. To be honest, I can't really think of anyone else apart from maybe Beckman. So I mean, if he's firing, he'll be good.
No, after
Hell yeah,
Justin
he's been alright
Dolan's
at
4
9.
try assists this game.
Thomas Wallace.
Has Thomas Wallace been the best player so far this season, in my opinion?
I think so. I'd say so.
I think I haven't calculated the LB Strange points, but I'd imagine at the end of this round he'll be leading.
I've liked Maxwell and Butler more than I've liked Wallace, but I have liked Wallace's performances.
No, I think maybe Maxwell can give you, but not. I think Wallace has been the best player in the whole.
Butler has been strong as well, but Butler doesn't like me, so I can't say that.
I mean, Butler has been strong, but I think Maxwell and Wallace have been better. I mean, in saying that they're still winning, so we're just comparing players across the top and 12 of their teammates at the moment. But I think
exactly. I think the whole system of the Bulldogs is good. The Sharks, they've been very bipolar with the way they've played. I mean, they come out, they beat the Storm, then the next week they get absolutely demolished by the Rabbitohs. Then they come out and beat the Raiders, and they come out and almost lose to the Eels. I'm not.
Yeah, so
confident in
something
their
interesting
side.
about the Sharks is they've scored exactly 78 and had exactly 78 conceded. So they're literally bang on 0 differential at the moment.
So interestingly enough, though, when I ran 100 simulations on that, it came up with Sharks win 47 times, Bulldogs win 53 times, and the average score was Sharks 22, Bulldogs 20.
That's it.
Wait, what is this sim thing that you're talking about?
It's an algorithm thing.
For the last 2 days, I have been putting all the stats into a spreadsheet and a whole bunch of macros, and every time I change it, it crashes. But it's now in some form of working order, so it'll spit out simulations and it adds in. So there's different weightings to different stats from previous matches.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ!
Going through how I've done it, and there's also a random probability that's accounted for it, like what happens in sims. Like you don't know if someone's going to get
It's
injured.
Rugby League Live 4.
Like
That's the outlier.
So the stats are the outlier, don't make anything of it. But that's just what came out when I did it first round up, and it didn't break. The highest Shark score was by 26, and the highest Bulldogs was 24.
Well, damn. Well, that's interesting. I guess we'll wait and see how accurate it is.
I think Bulldogs win. I think that team is better.
Yeah. But I'm only going to say 1 to 8. I think it's going to be the.
I think 1 to 8
yet.
too. I think 1 to 8, but I think they'll win. I think just
yeah,
Thomas
it's a good one.
Wallace, Sitera Maxwell just playing too good. It's the new Almatangi and Lord. If you remember what they used to do with the Cowboys, just absolutely destroy teams. It's now just Maxwell and Wallace, the combination they have. It's too good.
That is I said it before. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it almost makes you think why they didn't I guess with Chris Lord there, it was kind of hard considering he goes like Chris Lord just for whatever reason just never plays good at prop. So I guess you can't really have had any wiggle room to maybe move Wallace around, but I mean it's good for Wallace because last season he wasn't great at halfback. I'll be honest. I mean I know they did very well in the whole club, but he's probably one of their worst players. But I'm glad to see him playing a lot now at lock.
Agreed. We've all done our tips, yeah?
Nope.
Oh, no, we don't care about Kane.
Sharks 1 to 8.
Alright.
Oh yeah, well, Solo just has to be a different note day.
I gotta watch out for my boy MBT. So.
Nah, fuck him. He said no to the Roosters even though he's a Roosters supporter.
Love MBT. Love MBT.
Love him. Love Nahana.
And Sonny, yeah. You know, I'm changing my tip. I gotta go. I've got to back Sonny here. Sharks 1 to 8.
Alright,
The simulations don't lie.
alright, let's move to the spoon bowl.
Yeah, well, they still have Bulldogs winning, just not by as much as you'd expect.
Yeah. Anyways, spoon bowl time. Parramatta.
Panthers.
Para doesn't matter. To putting pen to the Centrelink Papers riff. This is going to be a game. It's going to be a game.
It is a game that is going to be played this round.
I
It
feel like
reminds
we
me
got
of the
two
Eagles
options.
versus Broncos game all those seasons ago. You know the one I'm talking about, Lockie.
Is that the one where Buddy
yeah,
Crimp
was that the one
got
where you
four?
and Jack Carl just absolutely burned both
Picking on
teams.
both teams the whole time.
God
Yeah,
damn.
that was awesome. I remember after that game, you guys got so much slack because you guys fucking just
Everyone got
burned both teams and they were not happy.
I mean, if you're right, you're right.
I think it was that game, and it was the only win it was got all season, and Broncos didn't win a single game. So
Yeah.
it was the one win between both teams.
Classic. When the Broncos ahead, when they up by 24 and Eagles come back and won
It
it.
was something stupid. Blake Harris scored a hat trick at fullback. He was playing great.
Yeah.
I think Luke Short had a decent game.
I'm surprised
From
Blake
memory.
Harris
It was a while
switched
ago.
away from fullback.
I'm not because he's a primary half.
Yeah, he's a better half than he is.
So he can't play fullback. But,
Yeah, but he could always change one of his positions.
We talked about it, but you know,
What's the
Corey-
point of the
Corey Bell.
Storm though? Like, it's just a
Mm,
waste
too
of money
close.
because he's not going to play. He's not going to
Exactly.
overtake Corey Bell.
no.
Like
no.
Corey
And then
Bell's not
we've
going
also
to
got
go
Mark
on to fucking
Iron,
wing.
Mark Iron, and Mav Oldfield.
Yeah, I'd probably go if Corey Bell were to get injured or anything. I'd go Maverick Oldfield before I go
That's
anyone
someone who's
else.
had a fall from grace. Muck Iron.
I think.
I mean, he
he's
missed
playing
a couple seasons. He missed a couple seasons, so you can't really.
I just meant like he
Fine.
was the Raiders' go-to man at one stage, and then he just kind of
Yeah. Well,
dropped off the radar.
well
He
his
dropped off the
big
radar.
mistake was he wanted to play fullback, and no one wanted to offer him a fullback contract.
And then I feel like his biggest one was bloody just the mouth. He was
well-
really pretty bad with it back in the day. He's really cleaned his act up now, which I'm very happy with. But like, yeah, he's just talked a little bit too much. It wasn't always the best, and so
I'd
kind
like
of
to see bit of top. I guess it's not talk about Paramount Pen. What has Alistair also been playing lock all season for Para? Was that a new thing?
No, he's done it in the last 2 rounds. I thought he was.
I'd like to
killing it
see
at
if,
7 row.
I'd like to see either Ollie, Luke, or Anthony have a go at lock. To be honest.
Short's
I
already
think-
had the go.
I
Yeah.
think both Pache and Short have had a crack.
They not go well.
Clearly didn't go
I
well.
think that Luke is he's really got teeth this side, and he's really working through. And I think he's got to do the most sims out of any captain, and I think he actually is. I don't think anyone questions like the dedication that Luke Short has as a captain.
Nah, I mean to
He's
finish like
been
what is
dealt
it?
a shit hand.
Only his
Four
players
seasons in a
do
row.
apparently because they leave.
Like, to be fair, they have finished second last 4 seasons in a row, but he's had a lot of shit just happen to him that's been really unfortunate.
I mean,
And
you know,
he struggles
there's
to.
some
I
questions
think
about
he
the
struggles to
quality
recruit.
of the side.
I think he
but,
struggles to recruit players. Luke Short.
Yeah,
That's what I think the issue is.
no one wants to go to a losing club, so
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
it's
get rid of
tough for him.
Parramatta, change into the Tigers. That will change.
Maybe we
everything.
should just like remove the Parrot Eagles from the club for a season and add them back.
I think
And
Matt
then
can agree.
everyone would
Nobody
go
wants
to
to
it.
go to an overly achieving club either.
Yeah.
no, exactly. I think Luke. I think that he's a great captain. I have a lot of respect for him.
Oh,
He's
nothing
dealt
but
really shit
respect
hand,
for
and I
him.
think-
Oh, 100%,
I think
100%.
I think his team, what he's putting out, is the best possible combination with what he's got. And
Yeah, I
every
know,
captain-
that's-
I think every captain wants to say that they've got that, but you know,
not all of us really know that for sure, but I think Luke actually knows that for sure because he does
Yeah, I mean-
that many games.
There's not much you can do with a half combination of like John Bakers and
Matty John.
sorry, I couldn't.
Like
I
maybe
couldn't compose
maybe if it was
myself. I
Andrew, maybe if it
I
was
had to
Andrew.
compose myself before saying Matty Johns. I couldn't believe I was about to read Matty Johns in the SRL. Sorry.
Old Reg.
I was gonna like. I was really saying Matty Johns is like a shit off. Well, I guess he was for a period at the Sharks in the NRL days, but now in his SRL days, he's a rookie at the He's a rookie. He played. You don't know he played for the Sharks for a season. I went shit. Well,
That was his last season. Anyways, let's
Yeah, last
do our
season.
tips. Let's do our tips. I'll go Penrith 1 to 6 in a very. They can go two ways. It's either going to be super high scoring, or it's going to be very low scoring.
I think it's gonna be low scoring.
It's
to be
one or the
honest.
other. Regardless, it's going to be close, and there's going to be a shit ton of errors.
Oh, it
Um,
could be a shit ton of errors though, which causes try scoring.
But,
I'm gonna back my old boys. I'm gonna back the Panthers, just
He had,
because.
a little dementia
like-
moment there. He couldn't remember who he used to play for.
Yeah. Well.
like, is it the Penrith
Well, no, I was
Broncos? I'm not
thinking,
sure.
like,
Is it the
but-
Brisbane Panthers?
No, but I really like Ollie, and Ollie plays for Para. So there's that, but I
Yeah,
can't
we love that.
I can't disappoint the Panthers. They're my old boys. I still miss them.
I'll go 1 to 6 Panthers, and I'll back my boy Jimmy to get a man of the match.
I'll go 1 to 6 Panthers. Jimmy, go for it.
Fucking
I'm going to
copy, man.
say 1 to 8 for Parramatta
Yeah.
in a very low scoring affair.
Yeah, it's 8-0.
I reckon
It's
it'll be
8-0.
it'll be 8-6. It'll be 8-6 or 10-6 or something like that. It'll be very low.
I mean, the lowest ever score is 12-0. So
Yeah. Well, you know, my incredibly large cranium. I'm gonna go against the thing. Panthers are without a proven fullback, and they've got Mendonca out there. So, I reckon.
I think you'll go alright.
I reckon Para 9 to 18. To be completely honest, I think we're being a bit lenient with how the quality of Panthers versus the quality of Eels. I think Eels have got a much better board pack. And even their backs are better, so I think honestly Para's gonna take the cake.
I'll throw a spanner in the works. I don't exactly rate Cody at fullback. I reckon Mendonca might give.
I don't
reckon
rate Cody at fullback either.
yeah, I reckon Mendonca's going to give Lennox a bloody headache, and he's gonna have a good game at fullback, at least for the
Yeah,
first half,
probably.
because we know that Cody's going to get subbed on at fullback.
Oh, did he say that? Did he?
No, it's just like he's the vice captain. He's going to want to play fullback. It's his only position he
Yeah.
wants. That's
I mean,
that's the whole reason
actually, I'm not
Almatanga
gonna
didn't
say-
go to Penrith.
I'm not gonna say what I told Maddie in case.
I already said it. I already said it.
I'm not gonna say it on the
No,
podcast.
no,
'cause
Have you
Lachlan,
guys spoken
it
about
doesn't.
Isaac Simons yet?
No.
Did you speak about him missing tackles?
We did in the
Right.
other podcast. We did, definitely ripped on him. I think Luke
Okay,
Short
'cause-
was in the podcast when I was doing it.
Yeah, no, bro he is just horizontal more than he's vertical, to be honest.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Isaac Simons.
But yeah, Lachlan, I already let it slip. I already said it. We've-
oh, well,
yeah,
doesn't matter.
yeah. It's like, hey, we fuck around. Who cares what
fuck
people
around?
knows?
Who
If they get
cares?
offended, fuck them.
Oh my god, big game coming up next one actually. I just realised.
Oh, we forgot to do the disclaimer at the start of the video, but oh well.
We don't have to. I do the disclaimer at the start of the season, not the start of each podcast.
We had been doing it last
No,
two
no, I haven't.
podcasts.
No,
I swear we did.
you can
Oh,
watch
well.
it and you can
They
see that.
know
it-
there's language, they know there's references. It's mature.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Rated M for Matthew. Anyways, we
Oh.
got the Titans and the Knights. This should be a very interesting game.
Little man.
Why is Liam Ryan on the wing and Demando's at fullback?
That's fine.
Wait, what?
I said we should have waited until we versed an easier team if we wanted to test stuff out. But anyways, I mean it's not too bad. I understand why
fine.
we're doing it, but they wanted to
Welcome
test
on,
some stuff
Captain.
out.
My fantasy side, you
You're
pricks!
listed as captain.
My
That was
fantasy
that's
side.
a typo. That's a
We
typo.
already joked about this entire chat. I said, "Oh, I didn't realize I was captain this week, boys." How long did the team out? Surely.
Yeah.
If Mark lets you lead the team out, I'll let you lead the team out.
Really? No,
Yeah.
Jack, let Mark do it. It's against his old club. You got to let him lead the team out. Yeah, I can't take it to him this game.
I was
It's against his
I
old
was actually
club.
going to do that for Cody against the Eels.
Yeah, I mean, I did it for Sonny on his last game for Storm.
Oh. That's
I also
interesting.
I also wasn't starting that game.
Oh.
But no, I would have done
Is
it
that,
anyway.
is that the only change we've made? Yeah.
No, we've
no,
swapped.
God, no.
Yeah, Mark
I
Lee's
played
Mark
lock
Lee's
this
at
week.
hook. Yeah,
Markley's lock. Davis is into the 8.
Markley's
Mark Lee's hooker. Lachlan Martin
Lachlan-
is
Lachlan
lock.
Farton's lock.
Yeah,
Oh, well, we'll probably win by 50 then.
I think. Well,
And Ash Crutcher on the bench.
how much? Can I, it's a
Is
little
that
bit
the
of.
moves that you think?
He's
is gonna
finally
happen,
he's
Lachlan?
finally
No,
a bench
I
bro.
think it's all I'll say is not all of it. Some of the stuff we did change is a bit of a sneak peek of where we want to head, where we want the club to head.
What
into the
what
future in
Liam
season
Ryan
8.
on the wing?
Yeah, that's this particular one that I was talking about. That's definitely the one I was talking about.
I have got one. I have got a question though, Lachlan.
Yeah,
Well, how is it taking you this long to switch Ash Crutcher out of hooker?
he's playing all right.
No, he's not.
The Roosters game alone was
He's got
shocking.
one of the worst services of all the hookers. I think it's contended by maybe Eddie Oliver
and
of
maybe
the
Blair
worst
Blair
service.
Curtin.
and maybe Blair Curtin out of hooker.
Yeah.
Like,
Fucking hell, if you think bad surface is bad, fucking. Sorry, I'm just flame a random person, but bad punch for beginning of season 5 was probably the worst service I ever had. It actually was affecting our performance.
You know how happy I was to get rid of him? Man, literally, like, end of season 4, I'm like, do you want to stay? I'd like you to stay. And he's like, only if I get the full-time hooker spot. And I laughed at him and said, okay, you can look elsewhere. I'm not giving you that, because we had Jimmy. We didn't even have Jimmy. I just knew nobody was going to pick him in the draft because he hadn't played a bloody Mines game yet. And I'm like, all right, I got Jimmy because he's my mate. So I laughed at him. I'm like, no chance you're getting bloody hooker. And then I ended up getting Blair. And then Blair left because I picked Jimmy over him too. So that's
probably a bit of a blunder long term, but anyway.
Oh, I want Jimmy. I miss Jimmy, man.
And this Knights team though,
I
Dustin
miss
Richards
Jimmy.
is in the starting side at 11 rather than. Oh, I've accidentally put Ben Dishwasher twice. I just realised it's supposed to be Rusty Shackleton.
I thought Mark Lee was terrible with the fucking team list last season. I used to fucking point him out all the time. But this is
I had I came off of like an 8-hour shift at work, which was entirely repairing.
Every single shift of
lifting.
my work's been 8 hours this week. That's been awesome.
imagine getting to
Yeah,
work.
but
To be fair, my work goes pretty quickly though, because I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. So I don't really it doesn't feel like it goes for 8 hours.
Well, you're in a warehouse.
Yeah, it's just doing the same thing over and over
Bro,
again.
I did warehousing for 1 week, and no, it doesn't feel like it goes for 8 hours. It feels like
are
it
you
goes
doing
for
warehousing,
15.
Lachlan? I don't think you were doing
Yeah, I started last Friday. Yeah, bit of an off-topic talking out on the podcast, but yeah, I'm doing
Anyway.
warehousing now. Yeah, we
Moving
can
on.
do it later.
I love Dom Poxton as a fullback. That's all I'm gonna say.
Like-
No, I agree. Dom Pongston, play good the next couple. I mean, maybe not this week, but play good the week after, and we'll talk because
I thought he played
we've
alright
had-
this week.
we've had no. I mean, don't play good this week because he's
Oh,
versus
yeah.
the Titans.
Oh, of course, yeah.
No, I was just gonna make a point out that we have been keeping a good eye on Dom Pongston for a couple little opportunities coming up. So keep playing well. That's all. That's all I'll add to that.
We can just say that he's in the running for a blue spot, can we not?
Yes, we can just say
Yeah,
that.
you
yes.
didn't have.
It's so,
you didn't have.
ambiguous
Yeah,
when
yeah.
Everyone knew what you were saying.
We have to be careful because we don't want to upset you.
Yes.
Me.
Yes.
No,
What? The only thing
It's
that's
Origin.
the only thing that's
No,
gonna
Origin.
the only thing that's
Now,
gonna
if there's any
upset Will is
Queenslanders,
he's
they'll
not
be
even gonna
upset.
be in the squad. That's what's gonna upset Will.
Yeah,
Oh
well,
fuck!
yeah.
I wasn't supposed to say that to him. Fuck.
Fuck.
Oh shit. No, but yeah, back
I
on.
think we've given Ash Crutcher a bad name. He's made 5 errors in 4 games.
Yeah, and
Yeah, he
4 of
hasn't
them
been
were in
there
the
in the
one.
past 2 weeks.
4
He
of them were in the
hasn't-
one
he hasn't
game.
been
Maybe he just feels bad to look at.
He had
So
like
that sounded,
a lot of
that sounded really harsh. He hasn't he just doesn't he doesn't scream hooker to me.
Yeah.
I think he's.
So
he's-
you're
I
saying
think
if
It's
they,
just more
you're telling
noticeable
me,
that he
okay,
made
no,
4 forward passes in one game,
no,
and they were just really
You just
bad forward
called him a
passes.
hooker.
hear me out, right? So what
He's
you're
got a
saying,
red light
bottom line, you're saying is that if you don't look good, you're not supposed to be a hooker. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
There we go.
That's a trap. I've walked right into that one.
Yeah.
Me and Matt clocked immediately.
Yeah, no, that I got that after I said yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, should we just go into the tips? Tartan's 19 plus.
I think.
Rough.
I think it'll be us 1-8 again. Although I'm
Fine,
really
yeah.
excited. I'm very biased here, but I'm really excited to see how I go at lock.
Oh
'cause
wait,
I have not played.
sorry.
I have not played lock since I've been since I've had 50 fitness, or I haven't started lock since I've had 50 fitness. So I'm looking forward to now that I have 84 fitness or 85 fitness. I'm hoping that I'll play better and won't get injured. If I get injured, I'm gonna be so pissed. If I get injured, I'm actually gonna just never play lock again.
Just quick.
Lachlan Sharden. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you go.
Just quickly, I just remembered Ryan's actually on the wing, so I'm gonna go 1-8 Knights.
I mean, Demondo's a good player still.
He's a good player, but he's not Liam Ryan at full. He's not Liam Ryan at full. I hate
Maybe Liam Ryan puts on the wing.
I hate
You don't
Liam
know.
Ryan with a passion when he's playing fullback because I will have 4 to 5 missed tackles on him alone. I remember fucking going like an entire season without a missed tackle, and then I come up against him, and he's just like, yeah, there you go, mate. Like, there's your fucking stat gone. So like, yeah.
It was quite interesting. Before like last season when he moved back to fullback, he used to be that player that wouldn't score many tries, but he just consistently run 250 meters without scoring tries. It was really weird. Like it caused him to like never get CVP, or as they will call it at times, CVP points or anything, because he used to just run like 200 meters a game and then do fucking nothing else. I don't know why. Well, now it's good now when he started to score more tries, but previously he used to just run all day. He used to be like the Dylan Edwards of fullbacks back in season like 4.
Fair enough. Anyways, more tips.
Well, I'll go
Probably be us 1-8. Let's be realistic here.
with Lachlan to get a double.
Oh,
Doesn't
how
get a
good would that
double.
be? How good would that be?
That's a bit fucking biased.
How good would that be? If I get a double this week, I will shed a tear.
Everyone.
I'm gonna go Knights 1-8.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a nice 1-8.
Wouldn't
Alright, so
Lachlan Martin
I'm also-
double his career tally as well? Or
I'm also going to say Knights 1-8 for this one. I have more faith than a prime.
Dutch Vandalin.
That's going to be beautiful from the Knights. I reckon they got it. Dom Ponkson's going to score a hattie.
Dom Ponkston look at even.
no, you don't
And
get.
this is-
You
this is
don't
actually
get.
the
No,
only-
no, no.
And this Lachlan, this is the game I have actually recorded. So like now you know what's going to happen.
Oh, really?
fuck.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
All I say is Don Ponkston won't get a hat trick because he's not playing the Eels. Anyways,
You'll get 2.
all right. Well, that's the end of the podcast. I think we've done all the games we need to cover.
I don't think so. I want to hear you sing, boys.
You can go fuck yourself. That's what I'll think.
Look, I don't make bets that I don't want to risk my life
you
on,
need
so-
to sit on a cactus and rotate.
That doesn't sound that bad.
Oh.
I feel like Will is just he feels like it's pretty bad, and you're just like
I think I could do
that's a
it.
typical
I
Friday
think I
night
could
for
do
you
it.
apparently.
I've had worse things at my arms.
If Storm played Titans in finals and we beat you, you have to sit on a cactus.
And
Hey.
just to prove we want it recorded.
I'll do it, but you have to get me the cactus.
Oh, I'll get it to you.
Give me the
Hey,
address. I'll send it
I don't live too far from you. I can get you a cactus.
But yeah, but that means you have to also bet on the fact that you want Storm to win.
Ah, fuck.
Alright, Matty, what do you think about this game? Hey, I've made a little change. I don't know if anyone picked it up. Logan Guy is playing at 11. Nilsson starting at 12. Riley Murray's back to the bench where he belongs.
See, I don't think I picked it up because I just don't give a fuck about your team.
Yeah, I don't really look at all.
Manly, some changes, you know. Kalen Kelly, Cruz Bontoft.
Bruce
Wonder
Bottom-
why.
I'm sorry, but
Oh,
Bruce Bottom was so getting injured. That
No,
he is
no,
not, he's
no,
so
no,
getting
don't worry. He's
He's
playing
about
for,
to bash
he's
this
playing,
poor
he's
child.
playing 40 minutes and moving away from lock. Don't fucking worry.
Okay, good.
He was gonna bash this poor child.
I want to put it. I am sorry, Chris.
You know
Bottom,
what?
I
Fuck,
didn't mean that,
fuck
but he
you
is-
guys. Bunter for a man of the match performance.
Just so we're
40
clear,
minutes.
Yeah,
I did want somebody else at lock, or two other people, but with the injuries that we have, I physically could not do it.
yeah.
That's fair.
Should we talk
My first option was Creed at fullback, and my second option
fullback?
was
Huh?
Fullback.
Create a fullback, huh?
Me.
Fullback. Fullback was that?
That's the wrong
Yeah,
Chapman.
Fullback?
That's the wrong Chapman.
Wow.
Hasn't Keller played lock
At
before?
lock.
Keller has played lock, and I think Keller
Keller's
played
played
really
lock.
well.
Yeah, what could you do with
Keller-
Keller? He had a really good try against the Rabbitohs, was it? Where he
I
broke a
d-
tackle and scored.
I did a sim and he got in. I did two sims and he got injured both times starting at lock, so I've got him coming in the second half at lock again.
Smart.
Should we talk about Kale and Kelly's stint at fucking lock? And we tried to put him at 13, but couldn't do it because of the way your team's fucked at the moment.
Yeah, you can tell him.
Kale and Kelly had like 4 runs in the last 15 minutes at lock and fended every single one and made a break.
I just couldn't.
He
fit him in
he
with
didn't
the
make
injury.
many meters because he's fat as fuck. But
Well,
like,
because you couldn't find a prop to replace him with.
no, it's because there's not enough players with primary prop that
Yeah.
can start. Yeah, because bloody Beckman and Goodwin are starting on the bench and have to start there. So
Yeah, and if I
Yeah.
recall correctly, Kalen Kelly, he's a Storm fan. Is that right?
I'm not sure. You'd know more than me.
I
when it
believe
comes to
so.
that.
So, just
okay,
watching it,
okay,
I
hey,
think.
watch it, fucking Will. Watch it. That's fucking tampering
You're
again.
borderline,
I was
eh?
gonna say, I was
You're
gonna say.
borderline.
I'm not saying I'm gonna side him. I mean, he's gonna throw the ball our way. That's what I'm saying.
I've got to say something, right? I've got to say, I
Jesus
really love the
Christ.
name Errol Ray Romano. I hope he sticks
I love
around.
that
I feel like
name.
that's a-
I
I
love
feel like that's
that
a-
name.
I
man.
feel like it would be a really fun name to say in commentary.
I
You know,
Easy
Errol
fun name
Romano-
to say in
I
commentary.
fucking
I
hate
can-
it. I hate it.
I love it.
I can barely
Whoa,
speak English
what
at the
about me
best of
bashing a poor
times.
child? You're bashing someone that's been in the SRL for like 2 weeks, man. Calm down.
No, I just hate that I can't say his name because I can barely say English to begin with.
I can barely say English is a great sentence.
Fucking exactly. That's my fucking point. You know,
Anyway,
sometimes,
what do you think
some.
on tips, guys? Because
Uh,
it's getting a bit late.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
So I think Storm. I think Storm.
Who would have
will win.
thought?
I think Storm will win.
Yeah.
What do you
I
think
happen
the
to agree with you.
distance?
I think Storm will win. Maybe. I hope
Um,
Manly win though. Unlike KCK who bashed the Titans for
Who
no
did that?
reason. I hope
All
the
I said was 1-8.
Oh, sorry, I'm simming, guys. I just scored a crazy try again. Against
Bro,
me,
it sounded
of
like
course,
you were
so-
it sounded like you were doing a lot more than fucking simming there. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
I was actually.
that sounded
Yeah,
like
no, I
Kane
was
watching the
stimming.
Rabbitohs game.
That was me.
Bro, I
Hey,
think,
shut up.
I think you just watched TPK scoring the game-winning try again.
Again, yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Now, anyways, yeah, I'm just not gonna give my tip on this game because
No,
I'm.
No, you have to, man.
You guys are gonna make fun of me
I
either
want the
way.
tip, Matthew.
Hey, I'll
Hey,
give you the whole thing, baby girl. Fucking shut up and wait.
Bro, we've been recording for over 2 hours.
I know. I reckon it's gonna be a draw. We're gonna get our
That'd be
we're,
awesome.
we're gonna get our first SRL draw. Fuck you guys.
Well, I'm going Manly 1-8.
I don't know why you do that. I'm going Storm. But you know what? I actually think it's gonna be a close one, so I'll also say 1-8.
I'll say Storm 1-8. I hope it's like a battle of Brookvale last season where the underdog came up with 1.
Slightly different to last season, though.
Well, Storm were the underdog, weren't they? And
We
they
were
won.
heavily
Yeah,
underdogs.
but-
Yes,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
like the best, not the best Manly side, it's like almost the best Manly side versus me trying to rebuild a club and
That
having
wasn't.
nowhere
To
near
be
the
fair,
That
assist
wasn't
the
near the
Titans-
best. That
that
wasn't
the
near the
Titans,
best
Hurricanes,
Manly side.
Sharks,
Sorry,
or
bro.
Bulldogs had this season.
Our best Manly side was season 3.
Oh
It was
yes,
a season
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh, yeah.
I know it was. Yeah, no, it
I'd
was.
agree
I was
with
thinking-
that.
Like
I'd agree with that, yeah.
Sadler, Bennett, myself, fucking.
Season 2
Kay.
was so fucked because you guys
Will,
just
Will
chose
Kay.
to get rid of 4 players, and then they were
Will-
like, that was it.
Will
You
Kay.
guys just chose who you wanted to get rid of and who you wanted to keep.
Okay.
Love me, please, Maddie.
I didn't even hear.
He's disowned you. Now you're
He's-
playing
he's
for the Storm.
disowning. I've
Look-
never played for Manly.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, you've never won a premiership. You're welcome
Yeah.
to the club.
Honestly, he was one of our MVPs. The fucking water that he was fucking delivering to us, that's what got,
Oh,
that's what got us
shut
off
up.
on that fucking streak, eh?
Oh, shut up.
You can hear it from the sideline.
What,
"Oh,
what
you
season did I
are."
beat the try scoring, the point scoring record again? Sorry, what season was that?
I believe it was the season before Kyle flogged you in that same record.
Yeah,
You did it season 4 and Kyle did it season 5.
yeah.
I mean, that just shows Manly dynasty and then how it's crumbled.
Fuck off.
See, I don't care about that now because I'm not even playing for him. So fuck him.
It's not
Well,
being harsh. It's not being harsh, KCK, and you know, Manly always has a Matty. Like you boys, you always have a special place in my heart because of some
Also, I'd like to point out
related reasons.
Since talking about records, I'd like to point out the try. I know this was expected because we have like more games this season, but the try assist record is going to get absolutely obliterated. The current record is 14 try assists by Jack Cole. The highest at the moment after just 4 games is 9 try assists by Jack Cole.
Oh Jesus!
No.
He is going to absolutely. And keep in mind, there are players. I think Michael McClucky. I haven't done the stats yet, but I think McClucky probably second with 8. They're gonna have multiple players smash it, and probably earlier than like what the end of this last season would have been this season. So like, it's gonna get absolutely obliterated at this rate.
I reckon there's a good chance that'll be before the break as well, which is only in 2 weeks.
It might be.
All right. Well, I want to
could
ask you
be.
this question. I'm going to ask you live on air. Are we upgrading during that 3-week, 4-week break?
Probably not, to be honest.
Why
I need a bit of time off.
You
I
can
agree.
just do it. You can just
If it was me, I wouldn't be up.
you have some time off. We do it, and then fucking you just don't put him in until the end of it.
Yeah, but then I gotta read through it. You know, like that takes like an hour each.
Yeah,
That
me,
fucking sounds like a you
like,
issue.
It will take him like 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours to do all of them.
It'll be on my mind the whole time. And I won't be able to wait till the end to do it because I'll be too anxious of how long it's gonna take at the end. I don't know. It's undecided yet. Probably not. That way, because also the trade window, it would be really messy, as well if it's a trade window at the same time.
All right.
Yeah,
How about now? Hear me out. Instead of doing what is it?
Hear
4
me out.
weeks? Is it 4 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Actually, it's basically 4 weeks. I think by the end of it.
Okay, so let's just say 4 weeks. We don't upgrade, but then right at the end, everyone just gets a +8 for that 4 weeks. So you do it all in the one
No.
fucking go. Then it doesn't take fucking 2 hours. It takes the normal time.
God no.
Fuck you. Excuse me for wanting to like upgrade my character, eh? You know, we had what fucking
Eddie,
four
you don't need
or
any more
5.
upgrades.
Yes, I do.
Hey.
You know, we've
What
had
about Matty Harris's like defensive camp upgrade system?
that was a
Oh, God,
fucking
that was
good idea.
shocking.
Fuck
That was
you.
shocking.
Fuck
I'm
you.
pretty sure I said somewhere, but that isn't.
It didn't have-
only
didn't-
Only Matty Harris would come up with. No one else.
Yeah.
Hey,
would do that.
all I'm saying, it didn't have to be those exact points upgraded, but like no one fucking upgrades defense because there's so much shit to fucking upgrade. No one ever bloody
get there.
followed up on the whole bloody combining the tackle upgrades like kicking's
Yeah, we don't
upgrade.
need to do that.
Yes, we
Yeah,
do.
no,
I did follow up on that. Most of the thing, alright, everyone doesn't see what I do behind the scenes. Usually when I see something that I'm like, oh yeah, maybe that's kind of cool, I'll go to dev chat and then Lachlan Martin, the absolute grim reaper of ideas, will be like, no, that's stupid. That's exactly
Fuck,
what happened.
Lachlan, you
It's not-
agreed.
It's not. It's
Look,
not
look.
Lachlan. It's not Lachlan.
I was gonna
But there-
say because he
and I
agreed
don't
with
think
my
anyone ever
idea too.
says- I don't think anyone ever says like an idea is stupid. It's just like, oh, it's not the right time. We're introducing stuff.
I'm
in
actually
the
pretty
wrong
sure
order.
I said I don't. I'm pretty sure for most ideas, I'm just on the fence and like, look, to be honest, I actually don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's pretty much true. But like the dev team, we do like. I know it seems that maybe we're not like considering stuff that is being said, but we are, and we're having.
It'd be
real
nice to get a
discussions.
follow-up response.
No, we're still working through things. Maybe just suck it up, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe fuck you.
You know, but like, in all seriousness, we do take out the suggestions very seriously, and we do discuss them. And even when someone of the staff comes up with something, or something comes to me in a dream, and like that happened the other day, like an idea came to me in a dream, and I thought it was
I
red
don't
hot.
think we want to know that.
I was
Man,
told, no, it wasn't that kind of dream, mate. And then
It-
like there was about 10 reasons why it was a bad idea. I'm like,
Yeah. I actually got someone to. I got someone to agree with what I said. One of the things I said that was a concern, which usually people don't agree with what I say. So that was a good thing.
No, it's not a good thing.
I did like Luke's
Jesus
secondary
Christ.
player option, but there are too many issues with
Secondary
it.
player
like
option.
that, like having the second player.
Oh, I mean, haven't we talked about that with actually, I'm not gonna say this on air. I won't say this on air.
We said it in we did talk about it in dev team. Yes, we did.
You know, we can always talk about this 2 seconds later once I actually close up the podcast.
Yeah, let's
'cause
end the recording before I
Yeah.
say something I would not meant to, because I have a loud now.
Anyways, thank you guys for fucking hopping on to this fucking long as shit podcast, even longer than the other ones. It's been a fucking pleasure. Thank you, Lachlan. Thank you, Luke. Let's go. See you guys. And
Okay,
thank you. Thank you, Will.
Oh, fuck you.
thank you, Kane.
You piece of shit.
Anyways, take care. Go the Chooks. Fuck South.